Story, He-Man used something even more powerful than his muscles to beat Skeletor. You know what it was? If you said his brain, you were right. And just like a muscle, your brain is something you can develop to give yourself great power.
Hey, everybody. Thought I'd play a little bit of a lesson there for you from our good friend Man-at-Arms. Thank you, Man-at-Arms, for that lesson about using your brain instead of your muscles all the time. Sometimes your brain needs to get a workout. So we thank you so much, for that message. It's something that people should use more often than they do. And welcome to the Phantom Zone, the Multiverse Phantom Zone. We're going to be talking about Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. There's going to be spoilers. We're going to have an open chat. I want to hear what everyone has to say about this movie. Give me your thoughts. Give me your ratings. And we'll cycle through people. We'll see how it goes. If people want to stay on, that's cool. We'll kind of try to get everyone's thoughts on here. And I think I've figured out now how to pin that stupid link. So which I'll figure out as we go. So let's just say a quick hello. We got Skeptic already here. You watched it. Oh, nice. All right, buddy. We are going to talk about it. I'm sure you're going to want to come in and talk about it. Jordan, what is going on, man? It's great to see you here. Let us know if you saw Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. There is going to be spoilers. Do I need to put a spoiler tag on here? Should I put the spoiler tag on here? All right, let's do spoilers. Okay, so we won't start the spoilers just yet. You watched the movie yesterday? Okay, perfect. That's perfect. All right. So right off the bat, let's bring in our first guest. Hey, Steve, how's it going?
AJ, man. Spoiler.
Spoilers. Okay, let's get the banner up here. Oh, shit. It went back to like and subscribe. I thought I edited. Well, I want you to like and subscribe also.
That'd be nice.
Let me just add spoilers to the end of that. How's that sound? I'll put a bunch of dots or something. Say spoilers. There you go. Save. There you go. Okay, I think that's fair. That's a fair warning now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Marcus, what's going on? How was him as... Oh, yeah, we're going to talk about it.
Hey, Jordan. Hey, Skeptic.
Steven, yes.
Hey, okay. How are you?
Yeah, we're going to talk all about it. It's going to be spoilers. So right off the bat, now, Steve and I actually did not get a chance to talk about this movie very much at all. We saw it opening night, Thursday night here in Canada. We kind of saw it, and then I had to scoot home. It actually wasn't a long movie, but the timing was very late. We couldn't catch. It's weird sometimes with the timings here. We couldn't catch the first show, which is like I usually can't do the noon one because we're both in our day jobs. And then the next show was kind of right when my job kind of ended. I couldn't make it. So we had to go for the later show, which usually doesn't happen. We usually get back and I can post a review right away. I wasn't able to. Sean did post a review, but Sean and I did discuss it in length on Clobberin Times channel. The link to his channel is in the description. Check that out. That's where we really broke it down. But we're going to break it down with us here in the Phantom Zone. I think it's going to be a lot of fun, and anyone who wants to come in can come in. If you saw my review already of the movie, you'll know that I gave it high marks. I gave it a 9 out of 10, and I believe that's probably going to go up once I buy it and rewatch it, because talking about it on Clobby's channel, talking about it in depth with Sean, the negative problems that I have aren't really that bad, and they're almost like minor that it doesn't even really matter. And I actually talked myself out of a couple of negatives that I had. Shit, I'm a bit scared to go out and say this is 10 out of 10 and what, like, I don't know. And I got to tell you something, man, we're going to address this big time because now it's getting outrageous. Now we've got a lot of people like arguing that how garbage this movie is and it's just like some woke trash or whatever. It's definitely not. And I'm the champion of pointing out shit that if something doesn't make sense and it's brutal, you're looking at the guy who's going to point it out. But if something is good and there's heart in it and the characters are good and the acting is good and the story's pretty good and the effects and all that, I'm going to tell you, okay, I'm always going to give my opinion. I don't know if I'm in the minority here. I know Sean really liked it. Sean gave it an 8 out of 10 as his official rating using Space, my review system. It's not. Did you see it? Did you see it, Marcus? I guess you saw it. It's not. I can tell you right now, it's not. And Steven and I discussed this in private. It's definitely not woke. I don't know where they're getting this from. I don't know. Maybe my interpretation of what that means is different. I would say Eternals is woke trash garbage. And I can explain why that one is and why this one is not. Very easily. In fact, Eternals is a disaster. But again, even if it was woke, it doesn't mean it's bad. It's just Eternals did it in a bad way. Right? Like it was so transparent and just I don't really like using that term. And I never use it in my reviews. And the reason I don't use it is that I don't know the precise meaning of it. And I think that like it doesn't, I guess I'm wrong on what it means, but it has a negative connotation to it. I prefer to say agenda driven, because when there's an agenda, you only focus on the agenda and you don't focus on the characters, the story, right? Those always suffer. The characters and story in this do not suffer. Right? This is good. Having representation of different minorities, that's not bad, right? It's how that plays into the movie that's good or bad. But that has to do with the story and the director and the writer, right? It doesn't have to do with just there being, if there's like America Chavez has 2 moms, just because she has 2 moms, that doesn't mean it's bad or woke. This is what would be bad. If she had 2 moms and then America Chavez walks around and sees people that have a mom and a dad, and she says, mom and dads are stupid. 2 moms are better than having a mom and a dad. But that's not said. She just has 2 moms. So who cares? It's like, plus in real life, people have 2 moms and they have 2 dads. So this is not like, it doesn't work that like, and also, and this would be bad too, in reverse. If someone had said to her, oh, you have 2 moms, this must be bad, that would also not be good. It's just normal. She has 2 moms. It's part of the story, a very like small part of the story, really, almost really insignificant.
Insignificant, yeah.
It's an insignificant part of the story. So if people are angry over that, whoa, they need to like calm their ass down. Like, I mean, Eternals is a disaster garbage fest. This movie is so exciting. Okay. People are calling anything woke. Yeah, I agree. Marcus, are we going to agree? Oh my God, we're going to agree, Marcus. Wow. Write this date down.
So here's a woke thing for me. A woke thing is what happened in Endgame when they made a big show of all the female characters getting together to help Captain Marvel, who does not need any help.
Right.
Or what happened in Black Widow, where they established that Red Guardian was his hero, and then they went out of their way to make him look like a goof. Right. That to me is woke. There's no woke in this.
There's nothing. There's nothing.
There's no woke. Sam Raimi is an Evil Dead, Dark Man.
Clobby, how's it going?
Hey, Clobby.
We mentioned earlier in the stream, the link is in the description for Clobby's channel. Him, me, Sean, Marc, and Clobby discuss this movie. Okay. I prefer that scene over Eternals. Oh, no. Eternals is the worst. That's the worst MCU movie. Everybody knows that.
I mean, I can't comment. I didn't watch Eternals, and the more people talk about it, the less like I'm going to watch it because no one has said anything good about it. Right. But
let's get your rating, Steve. Then go off on your thing. I never got your official rating. What's your official rating using the Space?
9.5 out of 10.
Wow. So wow, that's fantastic. Okay, so you're at a 9.5. I'm at a 9. Sean's at an 8, but I want to see his math on that. Clobby's at a 7, which if you know Clobby, that is like hyper generous. So woo, thanks.
Yeah. The problem with I'm going to say this. I watched, I was on Clobby's stream.
Yeah, you're on there.
My argument with Sean on his character thing was he didn't like Christine Palmer from What If and the first Doctor Strange. In this movie, she is the best representation of Christine Palmer that I have seen. She wasn't particularly memorable in Doctor Strange. And that led to the bafflement of the What If thing. But in this one, she plays a part. She is a reason. It's the whole Forrest Gump argument that we've always had, where his trash girlfriend, who we both didn't like, played by Robin Wright. Jordan,
he's gonna watch it. I've watched it twice. If I've watched it twice, Steve's gonna sit through it once. I don't care.
I mean, no one. People are telling me I'll lose like hit points if I watch it, so I'm not sure I want to watch. But anyhow, it's the best representation of Christine Palmer. Like, I don't want to take What If into this. I don't want to take even that much of the first movie into it. Yes, they established Doctor Strange, but like it's just setting up. We know what I can't say the name, but the temple area, we know what that is. We know Wong, we know all that. But I don't want to bring like, oh, Christine Palmer was terrible in this and she's in this and she has a relationship. But it's way better in this one.
Yeah.
It's way better. She has a purpose. And it's I was saying the Forrest Gump thing where Robin Wright's character was garbage, but she meant a lot to Forrest Gump. In this one, Christine Palmer means a lot to Doctor Strange. So we have to take that.
Yeah, I got you.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, is Christine Palmer the greatest character ever? No. But she's better than any incarnation. She's better than she was in Doctor Strange. She's better than when she was in What If. So, I mean, I don't want to slam Christine Palmer in this movie because I didn't like What If, which I did not like What If. So
yeah. So Clobby likes Mean Girls. So
yeah.
I mean, the Mean
great.
Girl. I don't know if he likes Mean Girls the movie,
and
but he likes her.
She didn't play that significant a part, and I think that was what Sean was saying. When Sean comes on, we'll discuss it more with him. But like, when I heard his reason for not liking Christine Palmer, I was kind of like, well, you don't like her because of where she was previously, and now she's in this film, and you're like, oh, her again?
Yeah, it's not fair. I need to see Sean's math. So what did you ding? What did you ding on?
A story, because there was a couple of tell not show moments, and there's one that you guys haven't discussed yet. Hey, Gray.
Hey.
You're in the danger room.
Yo, hey. I love it.
Oh, are you? Hey, if you like, what's her face? What's the actress's name? McAdams.
Rachel
McAdams. I like Rachel McAdams. She's dope.
You gotta watch. No, I was telling Clobby, it's like you gotta watch Mean Girls if you like her, because
Mean Girls is hilarious. Okay, that was the best documentary about teenage girls I've ever seen in my life.
I thought Heathers was the best documentary about.
Yeah, no. Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say. Did I get rid of my Heathers? Oh, I got rid of my Heathers. Heathers gifs. Damn.
We need movies like that they have a movie like that every generation. First
yeah, they do.
Heathers,
they do.
And it was
Jawbreaker,
and
Clueless, Mean Girls. Yeah, I actually liked all of those movies actually, but Heathers, I've got the soundtrack right there. I love Heathers.
They got away with murder.
They literally got away with murder. They literally got away with murder.
So, Doctor Strange, why I dinged it they did a couple of tell no show moments, and the tell no show moments were alluding to Doctor Strange's previous arrogance, where you got to hold the knife and all that. Well, we didn't really see a lot of that. You mostly told us,
right?
Like there was one little scene at the beginning of Doctor Strange, but that's it. The thing that no one is talking about, which I'm surprised at, well, yes and no, is the mortal part, because he goes on about, oh, he's my. He used to be with me. Now he's my sworn enemy, and he's trying to kill me. And I'm like, when did that happen? At the end of Doctor Strange, he walked away from him.
Right.
And then he killed Benjamin Bratt.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and that was literally the end of Mortal. So there's this whole thing you're telling me, but as we know with film, it's show, don't tell.
Yeah. So that's where you dinged it.
Yeah.
Your half points or whatever. So, okay. So I'm at 9 out of 10 right now for this movie. Steve's at 9.5 out of 10. Gray, what's your score out of 10? And then we can kind of discuss it. I just want to get everyone's score so I know where everyone's at.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. Full disclaimer. I haven't seen it yet, but I was on Twitter and everybody's been talking about it. So I feel like I saw that one when Wanda killed the Illuminati, I'm like,
boom. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, what? Okay. My thing was, why did Reed have to tell her what Black Bolt could do?
Right. So this is my problem. Yeah. You're okay. So this is why I dinged it a point. So in my space method, right? Like the pacing is perfect. It's 2 hours. The artistry is phenomenal. Like, I mean, it's beautiful. Every creature is unique. They look like they're coming out of Dungeons and Dragons Monsters Manual, right? Like, the effects are incredible. The visualization of how things work is amazing. The spells. There's a part where Strange is using musical notes and forming them and shooting music. And then the bad guy is getting the notes and changing them and turning them back. You're like, this is so cool. And then he makes like this mirror puzzle maze thing.
Yeah.
And Wanda's trying to go through and she literally like contorts and snaps herself around and breaks through the glass. It's a and she's all like bent up and she's like,
it was a horror movie.
It's a
MCU
horror movie. There's jump scares, man.
Yeah.
There's jump scares. And look, if you're an Evil Dead 2 fan, the Bruce Campbell part is absolutely crying. I was literally crying in the theater. And then it ends with Bruce Campbell. The last credit, the very end is Bruce Campbell.
Yeah.
So he's
so the Illuminati thing I can explain because and a lot of people are talking about this. The Illuminati were extremely arrogant. And Jordan, this is a shout out for you. World War Hulk came about because they shot the Hulk into space prior to Civil War. That's an extremely arrogant thing to do. You're just like taking someone out, like you don't care what happens to him if they, like the Hulks are like, oh, he'll be fine. I'm like, how do you know? You're shooting him into space. He could just, you don't know where he's going to go.
Yeah, sorry.
So Mr. Fantastic is being arrogant. This is not your mom's Mr. Fantastic. He's an arrogant prick in this movie. And he's like, Black Bolt's going to take you out. And like, that's not happening. And I understand why people were upset. Oh, she took out the guys first. Yeah, because they were the two most powerful.
That's exactly
they're terrible. Like the Illuminati are terrible.
Okay.
World War Hulk was literally giving the fans Hulk beating up the Illuminati for like 20 comics.
Yeah.
So
I don't like them and they got killed. I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
No, but here's the thing. Well, World War Hulk, Hulk is unpredictable. And their whole thing was we're gonna put the Hulk on a planet. There's nobody there, so he can find peace. Like the whole thing with him going into that gladiator planet, that was just that was a fluke. That wasn't supposed to happen. And when he came back, yes, he broke his foot off in every one of their asses.
Mm-hmm.
Like he kicked Monet of the X-Men into New Jersey. He kicked him off.
And I mean, but the thing is that they didn't obviously realize that the Hulk has been shot into space 4,000 times. I'm almost up to issue 400 of the Incredible Hulk, and I've lost count of how many times the Hulk has been shot into space.
652.
Yeah, but comics reboot them. The thing is, comics almost reboot their own storylines.
Yeah.
We'll talk about him.
Yeah.
Hey, Sean.
Hey!
I didn't do anyone's intro, but that's okay. Okay, so the thing is, like, to me, this Illuminati, it's still not Elseworlds, it's multiverse people, right?
Yeah.
So like we're talking about Krasinski, and like, Black Bolt got beat up fast and and Mr. Fantastic and all that crap. And my thing was that Captain Carter stuck around longer because she was the only character that we knew from a previous thing that we kind of liked. You know, like I like Peggy Carter. I wasn't dying over the What If series. I maybe her episode was just bland because it was the same thing as Captain America, except she's better. And I don't understand why she would be better. I guess because she was training longer than Steve Rogers. I don't get it. Doesn't matter.
No. Here's something about Captain Carter I don't get.
Yeah.
She's born in the UK, right? She's British,
right?
Like, so we all know this. Why didn't they call her Captain Britain?
I know.
No, I know.
And she has the Union Jack. So.
Yeah, she's got the Union Jack, and on the shield, she's got the Union Jack.
No, I just didn't understand that. Like, I asked that on Twitter. People were like, no, because Captain Britain is a whole other thing. Like, yeah, but we didn't know that, though.
Right. Not in that time. You wouldn't have known that. Hey, Andrew, what's going on?
Hey.
Yeah, the yellow chair. Okay, so.
And the theme.
And the theme. The theme played. That was cool. The X-Men theme played. So Sean, so Steve's at 9.5. I'm at 9. You were at 8. What did you ding it on?
Character and story.
So 1 point each on thing.
Yeah.
Okay. So storyline, I'm with you. I think we discussed it enough with the story. The character thing, I don't know where you're coming from on that, because if it's just
Christine's
that what's
throughout, and they're constantly harping on
that's
this,
one
like,
character. Okay.
No, I don't care, man. She's like a big presence in this thing.
Okay, first of all, she's fine.
No, she sucks.
But that aside, okay. So we have Doctor Strange, who's like the best. Wanda, who is the best. Wong is pretty good. America Chavez is pretty cool. And we have Christine. It's like, that she doesn't make up the math. That's why I say I want to see her math.
Christine makes up 1 point.
No way! Listen, you're crazy.
I'll go 0.5 and say 8.5.
She's a quarter, and you know it, Sean.
She's awful, man.
Dude, yeah, okay.
It's like, why is she? It's like, well, it's Rachel McAdams, so let's write something for her. It's like, God.
Oh my
God.
She
went to university the same time we did.
Notebook, I hear.
She went to our university same time we did.
Yeah, I never saw her.
Oh, yeah, no, I never saw her. I never saw you, so I never saw
Stratus.
Trish Stratus was there too, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, so Sean and I took the same courses and we didn't see each other. Steve and I met in university. That's weird. We met afterwards.
Sean came in 1 year after us. He came in 1 year after us.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
I don't know.
When did you graduate?
There was a year, Sean. I thought there was a year between high school and university for you.
Like, I didn't understand why. Sorry.
No, I don't know. Whatever.
I remember you telling me that. That's why I never.
I didn't understand why I couldn't sympathize with Wanda, because like she was a villain through and through. Like she, like that whole, like, remember how in the trailer she said, like, if you say you do something, you're a hero. If I do it, I'm the villain. Like, it's completely different.
They're trying to justify it, and I don't know if it's just like her doing that or the screenwriters doing that.
But was that line in the movie?
Yeah, it was.
I don't remember.
I
will fight anyone to the death over Scarlet Witch. I think we all get all pissy that, the comic book character is not like that in the movie. The comic book characters. This is literally the Scarlet Witch. Every frigging thing I have ever read on the Scarlet Witch, ever.
Yeah, she's
I've read quite a bit.
Yeah,
it's the same thing. She's volatile.
Just like her father.
She's not really a hero. She has good intentions, but she screws up. This is literally the same thing.
She does it all the time.
Yes.
But hold on a second. Like, okay, when people are talking about Scarlet Witch, they're pretending like Doctor Strange 2 was the first friggin' appearance of Elizabeth Olsen. It's like Avengers Age of Ultron, villain. Okay, right. It's like then she's a hero and she kills someone by accident, right?
Right.
Then her husband gets annihilated, or her boyfriend, or whatever. Vision gets annihilated. She goes out of her mind.
Operated boyfriend, J-Man. You know it. It's a vibrator.
She goes insane, holds the thing hostage. Then she has to fight Agatha. Then the Darkhold corrupts her. Now she's killing everybody. He's like, and she wants her children. It's like, I don't understand this character. You didn't understand her in the fucking 5 appearances before this.
She's a selfish prick. So,
it's like this has been established. This character's been established for movie upon movie upon movie. Like people are talking as though she literally appeared. She predates Doctor Strange. That she literally appeared and like, oh, it's all about her now. It's like she didn't just appear out of nowhere. She's a consistent MCU presence for what, 6 movies or more,
7 years,
and her entire and a 1 season television series. Oh, whose character's coming out of nowhere and taking over the whole movie? First of all, she's not. Doctor Strange is the best. Secondly, she's not a new character. This isn't America Chavez, who just got introduced, taking over the whole movie. This is a character who's the main villain. Did Jack Nicholson take over the whole movie as Joker? Did Penguin? Did Catwoman? Did Riddler?
Well,
of course.
Wait,
these are the villains.
Which Joker though?
Jack Nicholson. I said Jack Nicholson.
Yeah, that movie was criticized though for
right. It's like this is what these movies are. The villain is driving the story. It's like
the protagonist.
Yeah, but so sorry, I missed this. What do you rally against?
Well, people are saying, "Oh, Scarlet Witch." It's like, oh, it's all about her. It's like MCU. It's all about her.
Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of talking points and stuff. This is kind of like political punditry. It's like everyone gets their talking points and just like relentlessly says them, even though they don't make any fucking sense.
Right.
And it's like she's not the whole. She's the villain. She's a villain in a movie. Have you never seen a movie before? There's a villain, right? And there's a hero, and the hero poses the villain. and that's this movie. I don't see how she's like taking over the film. It's like, oh, I sure haven't seen movies. And America Chavez, like I said this before, she's the MacGuffin. She doesn't take over the film. She's the MacGuffin. Everyone wants her power. Have you never seen Cyborg? Have you never seen any movies at all? You know what storytelling is.
Right.
Like,
they would run. So realistically, instead of America Chavez, they could have had like a box. This thing, the multiverse.
I want the box to go to my kids or whatever.
The multiversal transporter.
Yeah.
Right? And it's like I need, and then it could be like everyone's after the multiversal transporter, right? It's like, or you could have a character, and then she could have a relationship with Doctor Strange. Sean pointed this out on Clobby's thing. He can be a father figure to her.
Right.
I think that's totally what this movie is about. I'm not even reading anything into it. It's the benefit of having a strong male father figure for a girl or for a child. Like that's totally what this is. She has 2 moms. And she thinks she killed them or something. But she has no self-esteem. Oh, did you watch the movie?
Oh no, I didn't know. I don't know anything about America Chavez. I didn't like. How wait?
Skeptic,
wait.
What?
It doesn't make sense, but she has 2 moms, and it's like she doesn't have a male. She doesn't have a male figure in her life, and Doctor Strange is her best friend in the other universe. So she was seeking one out, right? And then she meets MCU Strange, and MCU Strange lets her open up, talk about her life and everything. She learns lessons from him, and at the end of the movie, he pep talks her, and basically throughout that whole end fight, because she's constantly looking back at him like at Dead Strange, and he's like, "What do I do now?" And he's like, "Keep doing your thing" or whatever. And it's like it's basically benefiting from a father figure relationship in her life, and it's like I don't know how anyone missed that. And it's like that's totally this movie. This is a great Father's Day movie.
And Wong was wrong.
Wong was wrong.
He was wrong.
Wong was wrong. Hashtag Wong was wrong.
Wrong Wong.
Also,
he's like his whole thing was like the same plan as every other Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
And it's like it doesn't work.
Well, as Wanda too, it's like you take the power from him because she doesn't know how to use it. She's an idiot with it.
Right.
And he's like, listen, this is your ability. Like you should be able to do this. Like you know what to do. Just do it. And then she does. Right?
And then she's literally training under Doctor Strange in the end. Like she's literally like I don't understand how America Chavez took over or it was all about her.
Points. It's like she does everything at the end.
To me, it's people don't trust Disney. Right. I'm not saying there isn't good reason not to trust them because
there's many reasons.
There's a lot of reasons why we don't trust Disney.
54 reasons why.
Yeah, there's a lot.
But you're looking for things that I just don't think are there, to be honest with you.
You're trying to, I think this will be an underrated movie. And like, I think a couple of years from now, people will be like, oh, that's pretty good. It's like, oh, well, shut up, asshole. It's like, you still have to be good anyways.
This is usually what happens with Sam Raimi, right?
Oh,
like,
yeah?
Evil Dead 2, Dark Man, Crime Wave, people still haven't discovered. You know, like, even Spider-Man 1 and 2, they were mega hits, but like, I don't think people realized how great they were until we got a bunch of terrible things. There's so many reasons. And there's so many reasons, and I get it. I get that you're not going to trust them, and you're going to, but don't look for things that just simply aren't there. It's not there with this film. Sam Raimi is not a woke guy.
Right.
Nothing in his filmography screams woke. Nothing. So
no, but this movie just kind of tells you, wow, Tony Stark wasn't really so bad for keeping her in her room in Civil War, was he?
Yeah.
It's like, I think we all owe Tony Stark an apology. I'll wait.
I like Wanda better than Tony, so no.
To be honest with you, Scarlet Witch was always the dangerous one. Yeah. She basically annihilated the Avengers in Age of Ultron. They were all like Hulk ended up having to fight with Hulkbuster, Iron Man over that. Yeah. And then she killed Crossbones very easily in Civil War. Right. And even they made a comment in Infinity War where she comes down and she starts taking out Thanos' army, and Okoye is like, she was in the control room.
We can use her
in the control
throughout even in Endgame. She just almost dismantles Thanos until he gets him to start firing the ship into the Earth. Yeah, every movie has been consistent, and this is a very powerful person who does not always do the right thing. It has been very consistent throughout.
Yeah, she's had a garbage childhood. So WandaVision literally showed her entire garbage childhood. Her parents are dead. Her and her brother are then brainwashed and kidnapped and turned evil. Then her brother dies in front of her. Then her boyfriend dies in front of her. Then everyone goes away. Then she's so messed up she creates these fake children. Then that's taken away. So, and this is before she becomes the Scarlet Witch, which unlocks her full power, and before the Darkhold then gets a hold of her. This is the longest villain origin story I've ever seen in my life. And then
for Joker.
Yeah, and then for people to stand there and be like, "Oh, well, it's all about her now."
Yeah, the inconsistency between WandaVision and this is that she because they made all these stupid rules in this movie, so she brought the Fox Quicksilver into, but he's not dream walking. Well, you know what? Hold the fuck on. He must be because he was a totally different guy.
Yeah.
Oh shit! They were consistent. What the? I just made that discovery. Because he was a different guy. He was like something Boehner or something like that, and he was the same. He was the same guy in another universe in MCU.
Yeah, so she brought
him to. Oh hell, man!
Yo, that could be an accident. That could be an
that could be an accident, but it does
make sense because so she took the real Quicksilver from the whatever universe it is that has the X-Men from Foxverse. And he was dream walking into the body of the guy that was in Westview.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, Bader or whatever. That actually makes sense. Wow.
It makes complete sense with this movie.
I'm surprised Harkness didn't show up in this movie.
And I think the story has been underrated by us right now. Yeah.
I think you're right. Marcus, you're never going to hear me say this. I think you're right. This is the last time I'm going to...
Last time this decade, you will say that.
Because Marcus and I don't see eye to eye a lot. But the thing is that we do see eye to eye on this one. The thing with this is that, like, I think people need to calm down.
Yeah.
We're watching a movie that's 2 hours. It's not 14 hours.
Yeah.
It's like everything, it might be simple. It's a MacGuffin story. They just want they just want America Chavez. Okay, that's fine. Hey, it's the fight for America. That's funny. No.
Whoa.
That's funny. Okay, so look, it's a MacGuffin. Yeah, it's a MacGuffin story. But here's do you really want it to be a device? Like, I watched other people complaining about how they reveal her backstory, and they're like, oh, they're in that universe, and there's that Total Recall place, sort of, which can show you whatever you're thinking of, right? So it's like it visualizes your memories or whatever. So like she stands on or he's Doctor Strange happens to go into, he's like, oh, what's this? And then it shows his memories. It's literally to catch you up to speed from part one.
More Christine.
In a comic book, hold on, you can Christine bash in a second. Hold on. In a comic book, that would have been the page with the the bubbly line, the bubbly panels. It's like,
The
in case
thought-
you missed
thought
the
bubble.
last issue, but not thought bubbles, where the panels are bubbly.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, yeah.
It's like a flashback. Like, oh, here's what happened, right?
I'm
And
still
then-
trying to. Oh, sorry.
Well, and then the thing is, we don't know what America Chavez's backstory is. We haven't seen that yet. So she voluntarily goes in, and then we see, you know, her parents get nailed or whatever. I don't know if she was thinking maybe I could see what happened and try to figure it out, because Gray, you didn't see the movie. She's
I
literally
think
there.
she really is opening up to him, like
Yeah,
showing
so
him.
she's
what
opening
happened.
up to him, and she's
Yeah.
showing him, here's my backstory.
Well, how
or
many?
whatever.
That's
Hold on,
probably the
hold on.
last happy moment she had because.
Well, But sorry,
Hold on,
Hold on. I haven't made the point.
Yeah.
No, I haven't made the point. The point is, I'm not going to name names because I don't like that. But I watched some people complaining, saying, "Oh, it's so stupid. She sends in the memory show. It's so dumb." And I'm thinking, do you want her to sit down at a cafe and be like, "Hi, I'm a little girl whose parents were lost in this thing"? Like, it's exposition, but they showed it in a cool way.
Yeah, but I think J-Man, they're just grasping. That's what I don't like sometimes about YouTubers. Is like they're trying to keep some of them try to keep to their audience, right? And so and stir up you know shit. But it's like, just critique a movie like on its own merits. Like that's what we do, right? And it's like, I'm not
Eternals is
tooting our horn or
garbage.
anything, but it's like I don't really look. I went into Last Jedi expecting greatness perhaps, and I came out super angry. And that's an honest reaction. And like that was a reaction a lot of people had, but I was like, but it's not tainted by my expectations of the company or anything. It's just like the movie itself is showing me and telling me stupid shit that doesn't jive with each other. It's dumb. So I railed against it. I don't know what a complaint about that would be. I feel like that's just grasping and complaining. I feel like a lot of these guys, obviously, all this stuff like these Disney Marvel movies and Star Wars and stuff upset them, so don't watch them anymore. I'm tired of these freaking videos where everyone's got their arms crossed, they're grumbly and stuff. I just saw a review on a particular channel, and this one guy sounded like he got punched in the gut or something, and he's like, "Oh, you know," and he's not saying anything bad. He's like, and he's being asked stupid questions like, "Oh, how much of the movie is America Chavez?" And like, how much is Scarlet Witch, and it's like Scarlet Witch is basically the whole movie. He's like, oh, this doesn't sound good. Like, there's a whole bunch of assumptions you're placing on these dumb questions. What about the movie, the story structure, the through line? It's like, you know, the villain, the hero, the MacGuffin. It's like that.
Did you have a good time?
It's just they're grasping and trying to. And it's like, this sounds like shit. I'm not gonna watch it. It's like, okay, well.
Yeah, and you're missing out. And the other thing so my point was always with the Batman,
50-year-olds, like,
the Batman movies that we love all are about the villain, because like Batman is a call to action, right?
Yeah.
It's like, oh, so this guy's terrorizing the streets. Okay, I've got to come in. So, and the worst is like the 89 Batman is literally all Jack Nicholson. It's like Jack Nicholson's story, his origin. He's normal in the beginning. We see his creation, all that's like, but we have to. It's like Batman's origin is a flashback. It's like, but I wouldn't say like, you know, I would say that this movie is the most equal I've seen in a long time, where I felt that Doctor Strange had just as amazing things to do and say as what's his name, Scarlet Witch. Like, they're both very equal in this. Normally I find that it's like Jim Carrey Riddler. It seems like a lot, you know, Riddler was in him and Two-Face joking and being goofy was a lot of that part of that movie. There is some good Val Kilmer stuff, but this was the best balance I've seen. And it's the main villain. And the main villain is a character that's already been in six MCU movies. So the main villain's been in a bunch of MCU movies. They didn't just bring her out of nowhere. Secondly, she's a character from the comics, a legit classic Marvel character. Like, what do you want? I don't get it. It's like they're classic Marvel characters fighting each other. Hope they release a Raimi cut. I mean, I don't know if they release everything. Hey, Jim, you think there should be more Doctor Strange?
Apparently, everything has a Raimi.
No,
that came out of nowhere, eh? That sister thing. Yeah.
Apparently, the original cut was supposed to be like 2 hours and 40 minutes. Like that was.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Which is not good.
Vindicating Steve, because Steve thought it was like 2 hours and like 36 minutes or something.
Yeah, I heard it was like 2 hours and 146 minutes. And I went, oh God, here we go again, because, you know, we can't tell a story in 2 2 hours or anything anymore.
I think the timing was perfect.
But Sam Raimi gets from the GID era of filmmakers, and GID stands for Get It Done.
Yeah,
Right.
That's it. Like, I have zero idea where this fascination with long movies came from. I'm literally baffled. When
Lord of the Rings.
Okay, but to be
those
fair,
books are like.
To be fair, those books are huge.
Right.
I mean,
you're right.
There's 4,000 characters.
Yeah, and a lot of the characters in the books didn't make it into the movie. Like Tom Bombadil.
I think those movies normalized that, but like I remember Titanic when that came out, like people were like 3 hours was the talk of the town. It was like, oh my god, 3 hours, holy shit! And now a Batman movie came out and it was 3 hours.
Oh,
people like, oh yeah.
No, actually, there have been longer movies. Like Ben-Hur is super long.
Yeah, back in the day,
super long.
They had intermissions though, and they were sold as events. Like that's the thing. Like Ben-Hur was sold as an event, and the screen was different. It's like people don't get that nowadays, but like they had a different configuration of the screen, so it was like all around you.
It's round,
yeah. It's different. It's not just a regular movie that's like freaking 3 hours long with no information.
Plus, Ben-Hur is one of the greatest films ever made, and it's mega epic story, and it looks goddamn amazing. And I watch it at least once every year, if not once. Well, once every 2 years for sure, if not once a year.
Yeah, but it also comes from the era. Sorry, it also comes from the era that they understood the runtime had to do something with what you were watching. You're not going to do a 3 hour Marx Brothers movie. That would be preposterous.
Right. Those were all an hour and 10 minutes or something.
Right.
And here's this giant thing with the big drums and the boom, boom. It's like, Ben-Hur.
But like Ben-Hur, you need to tell 10 Commandments, Big Country. Like these big, long movies need the runtime because you're telling an epic, to J-Man's point, an epic story. But now everyone thinks they're telling an epic story. That's the problem.
Eternals thought it was an epic story. Eternals
God.
is 2 hours. It's like there's this big epic story. Nothing happened.
Nothing.
It's like the Celestial wants to kill everybody. Okay, that's the story. There is no story, and
Well,
there's no interplay with characters because it's like nobody remembers any of them. We just watched it last weekend, I think, and my wife's already forgotten like completely everything. I'm like, okay, so I'm like, here's Cersei in the comic. She's like, I don't know who that is. I'm like, from Eternals. Nope. I'm like, the main girl in Eternals. Nope. I'm like, I can't explain it better. I'm like the main girl in Eternals. I don't know.
I don't know. It's like a voluntary lobotomy to forget that movie.
It's like the main person in Eternals. Nope. I'm like, really? But we just watched. It's like because nothing memorable really happened. This Doctor Strange movie, every scene is a cool thing. There's got to be at least 5 or 6 awesome, cool like. Okay, so Gray, you haven't seen it. It starts out with a giant creature battle in like the negative or like purgatory zone or whatever. It's like the zone in the multiverse. So there's like an action scene. Then from that, there's like 5 minutes of like her wedding or whatever. And during the wedding, this giant beholder-ish kind of creature starts destroying everything. Right. And then there's a mega action scene there. And then 1 minute after that, they go to visit Scarlet Witch, and she's like, yeah, I'm a bad guy, by the way. And you're like, what? And then she literally comes and obliterates everybody. Like
in their big temple, yeah.
In the first 20 minutes,
there's a big temple battle scene, yeah.
Yeah, there's a temple battle scene.
It's got to be in like 20 minutes in or something.
It's 20 minutes in. Scarlet Witch kills the known universe. It's like she's just like,
destroying guys.
She just destroyed everybody. And Scarlet Witch and Doctor Strange use their powers all the time. She's floating around reading the Darkhold or magic all the time. Not let's walk around and do nothing for sometimes and then maybe use magic. As soon as he transforms into Doctor Strange, he's Doctor Strange the whole time. He's always in costume and he's doing stuff and people are cheering for him and stuff. It's awesome, man. And like America Chavez comes in, she's like, I need your help. But you can't trust him because, some of the Doctor Stranges in the other universe were kind of like, iffy. Right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, it was neat, man. It's really neat. Okay, so okay, where are we going here? Wanda's amazing.
No, we don't know. We don't need a 3 hour Fantastic Four movie. We need a 2 hour, hour 45 minute Fantastic Four movie.
Well, it's a Fantastic Four, so it needs to be 4 hours.
Oh God!
each member of the team, man.
Don, I swear, if it's 4 hours, we got issues.
Just call for four.
I was just gonna sing it.
Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
That's all, not more.
Call
Oh.
for four.
It's just, no,
Okay.
I did get a chance to see the post-credits scene with Clea.
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
all right,
that's
time
cool.
for the next adventure.
And I hope there is one. I hope there's
Yeah.
next adventure. I think a lot so far. I mean, I think it's made 450 or something worldwide. That's what's shown on Wikipedia for $200 million budget. So hopefully they can do more. I hope people like this. So far, I want the normies and people who actually want to see good comic book movies are liking it.
Yeah.
You know what's happening, and people are saying, "Oh, I'm MCU'd out." I'm like, okay, you're MCU'd out, but here's the thing. I started reading comics when I could first read. I literally have photographic evidence of me holding comics and toys from comics, from the littlest kid I can that you can think of. So I never got tired of it.
Yeah.
And Gray, you're still going. Sean's still going. Steve is still going today. So today, you picked up Marauders last week. You picked up right. It's like, so today we're still going. And the thing is, it's like, we're not dropping this. This ain't going anywhere. I'm not dropping superheroes. I want them all to be. Do you think I want a garbage night movie or show? Do you think I want a garbage like a garbage Eternals movie? No, I want them all to be great. I want to be here discussing the MCU and saying I can't tell which is the best movie because they're all so good.
Yeah,
I almost want it to be I just pick whichever character I like. If Steve Spider-Man's your favorite Marvel character, then you just say the Spider-Man movie's my favorite because all of the movies are so good, you've gone to ranking it by the character you like.
Yeah.
Right?
You know what?
So
no, Jaden. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, go ahead, great. No, great.
The same people who say they're MCU out are the same ones who love reality shows. Like they get reality shows every 6 months. Look at Real World season 114.
Yeah, it's tiresome.
No, but also I kind of see where they're coming from because like we all remember back in the days there were comic book movies, but there was also other types of movies. Like you didn't need like let's face it, comic movies are a victim of their own success right now. Everybody's like, oh yeah, like like no. I remember when we used to have to wait 3 years to get a Batman movie, and we were happy to get it.
Right.
It's the studio's fault. It's not superhero movies because the studios were like, these are successful, quick, make 1,000, right? And that's what happened. Rather than let's take some story elements from this and make something new, you know.
But also they're formulaic sometimes, though. Like I mean, like the first Doctor Strange movie could have just easily been Iron Man Magic Iron Man.
I like it though. It's cool.
No, I'm not saying it's bad.
I agree.
I'm not saying it's bad. It's just like just for me, I want to see a comic book movie with a bad ending where it's a not so happy ending. I want like
Infinity War
talking points. Like that's what like, oh my god, I can't believe that happened.
Yeah.
I agree.
Infinity War. Everyone died in Infinity War. You can't get more bad than that.
Yeah, that was a very downer. Yeah. Like the problem is you're looking for these guys to make to take chances. And that doesn't like Sean has gone on very eloquently and at length about the Marvel formula, right? And talked about that. The problem is that all other event type movies that you're talking about, Gray, that you're they've sort of not putting their money at. They're just putting their money in comic book movies because they're known IP. It just takes, they just like, let's put a lot of effects on screen and people know these characters so we don't have to build them up very much.
Right.
They're not really, but my problem is they're not really building the next mythology for the next generation of moviegoers.
Right.
A lot of these characters have been around for years and we're just like rehashing and rebooting and rehashing and rebooting. We need the next generation of mythology for the next round of moviegoers.
We need the next RoboCop or next Marty McFly. The next, like, all that stuff was brand new. Like Gremlins, Ghostbusters was brand new when we were kids. Yeah. It was like, oh, they're making new stuff. The Dream Machine, and that doesn't happen anymore.
No. No.
Those movies are new stuff, but it's not as compelling. Like that Everything Everywhere All at Once, or whatever the hell it's called. Stuff like that, and that Free Guy and all that. But, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't see. I'll catch that when it comes out or whatever. This was weird. 616 is supposed to be the comic book universe. That was a thing. I think Clobberin Times pointed that out when we were on his stream. But I did notice they said that, and I thought, hey, is that wrong? I actually don't really know what they're saying is what anymore, to be honest with you. I've lost track of what is what. Because the comic books universe is 616. Sean, are they saying that MCU thing is 616? Like, are they like they're saying that the MCU is 616, right?
Right. They will never cross into the comic book universe, so that's going to be the 616 for all intents and purposes. I get it. I know that people like crying sacrilege, but what did you think was going to happen if they're going to go into the comic book universe? Like, they'll never use it, so they'll never use their actual 616. So they're just they're establishing that the MCU is the Marvel universe, right? And it practically is for like 99% of people out there, right? Like, to us, it's the movie universe, but
no, it's the Ultimate Universe. They take a lot of stuff from the Ultimate Universe,
right?
Hello, Athena.
Hello.
The MCU is supposed to be. I'm looking at it right now. It's Earth 199999.
Yeah.
I'm like,
no, but now they're saying it. Now they're saying it's. I mean, I'll tell you honestly, it doesn't bother me because, I never grew up with this 616. I don't even know when I don't even know when 616 became a thing. Sean, do you know when it became a thing?
No, but I knew about it in like the late 80s, so I don't. I don't know.
Something Stan Lee came up with. It was like when it started, like the June 16th, 1960 something, or like it was. Like, I could be wrong. I don't listen to anything I say.
That makes sense. But yeah,
that does make sense, though.
Hey, Arkham, how's it going?
Hey, Arkham.
A random number, but
like the MCU movies, like I'm all for them, but I want them to take okay, Steven, you said Infinity War gave us a really bad ending, but Infinity War and Endgame were kind of like two halves of the same movie. It's kind of like you had to like. It kind of reminded you of a TV show.
But like the thing is great that movie before we knew another one. Well, we knew another one's coming out, but before that came out, all those deaths are played as deaths. Like, that's the thing. They're not played as like, oh, they're gonna come back or whatever. It's like Tom Holland milks his death scene. Like, he's crying.
He's crying and stuff.
Yeah, and it's like there's kids with like fingers in their hands watching this. Like, it's like,
hopefully more people go to see this movie and ignore some of the negativity, because even if you're not going to be dying over it like I am, where I'm loving this thing and Steve's loving it too, and actually Sean, I mean, we're giving it like the lowest score is 8.5 because Sean redid his math because it was wrong. Sean, I'm not that because that was goofy.
Why is Christian and just so much of it?
It's so like, goofy.
Oh, I love you. I miss you. I never mentioned you in Ragnarok. I never mentioned you in Spider-Man: Far From Home. I never mentioned you in Infinity War. I never mentioned you in like, for F's sakes.
One supporting character. Takes
she doesn't
point
support
off
anything.
When you have
she's there to like, you suck. Yeah, I'm in another universe. You still suck. It's like,
you're taking it outside the movie.
Yeah, it's like that's outrageous.
No, she sucks.
No,
I'm
not.
You're taking it outside the movie. Your hatred of her.
Why is she here? I'm gonna rewatch this.
Oh my god!
Where in hell is she?
Oh my god!
She's in the first 20 minutes, 40 minutes.
I don't remember.
Your irrational hatred of Christine Palmer is.
But you see, irrational hatred. I still like the movie.
Your irrational hatred of Christine Palmer.
No. You can have your irrational hatred, but you can't ding an entire point for a supporting character.
Gosh, doesn't need to be there.
I'm got your test scores right here, Sean. Okay.
I like Rachel McAdams. Okay, I think she's great. She's super.
That's a fucking 50 DKP minus.
Damn. I like Rachel McAdams.
Slow, and when I say slow, I mean fucking slow.
She would have made a better Captain Marvel, but that's just me.
Okay, typos. Okay, I've lost where I'm at here. Okay, so Athena, hopefully more people go in because I really love the movie. Even if you didn't love it, I think there's a lot of cool stuff and it's very fun for people to watch. There's some horror elements. There's some scary stuff. There's a little bit of blood. I thought that was cool. That is new for MCU, so we're going to give points for that.
His blood spatters rather than
blood. Yeah,
Black
still.
Yeah.
What they did the Black Bolt with that.
Oh, the Shadow King. So, yeah, I think the thing is, I mean, Shadow King is like a mind manipulator kind of guy, and he does manipulate Phoenix, realities. Basically.
Yeah.
But the thing is that because Wanda was already established throughout several movies as being very bonkers, she was a bad childhood villain in the beginning. Watched her brother die, watched her husband die. Then took over that town. Agatha messed with her. She lost her kids. She lost Vision again, the fake Vision that she created. So she's just a mess. And then the Darkhold got a hold of her. You're like, okay, that's it. Now it's done.
Avengers Disassembled. In Avengers Disassembled, the same character brought back Jack of Hearts from the dead, blew him up.
He's back.
Avengers killing.
He's back.
Scott Lang.
Yep.
Brought back and then a bunch of Ultrons got spat out, and She-Hulk went nuts.
Yep.
And that was Scarlet Witch. Scarlet Witch can manipulate reality. She can do she basically got the BS of all powers, which is she can do whatever she wants. No one can understand Scarlet Witch's powers in the comics. I've literally had that.
I agree.
Right. Yeah.
I have a lot of Scarlet Witch comics.
But yeah.
No, and also, Steven, you forgot. Remember, she made Iron Man drunk at a UN meeting.
Yes, she made him drunk.
Like, I didn't drink. I was drinking water the entire time.
Yes, you're right.
If White Vision would have been in this movie, I would have given it 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
Because everyone knows White Vision is the best. I mean, Gray, you're always on this. It's like, no.
No, man, that Roe v. Wade thing out here just make me think White Vision.
I saw that come up. I literally don't know what it is, and I honestly don't care.
It's funny.
I've seen that come up. I literally don't know what it is, and I have such little caring about it. But I do care about White Vision. And White Vision, if White Vision was in this movie, I would have given it 10 out of 10.
You keep saying, all right, J-Man, the fact that you're
him, it's White Vision.
He's Vision in his own way.
White Vision.
I don't know what to call him. Type Google. It says White Vision.
I know. It's just how it sounds to me.
Oh, Americans in there. You're too overly racially sensitive, man.
Yeah,
he's all right.
He's white.
He's like super. What is called eggshell White Vision?
He's White Vision. He's like look, my lighting is terrible. Look how I'm so pale. I could be Vision. Like if I shave, I could be Vision. I could be White Vision myself.
It will never not stop being funny.
White Vision was in he was in the Avengers SNES game in Genesis.
Everybody's been asking for it.
Collaboration.
I was waiting on that one. I love White Vision. So for people who do want a White Vision, the Marvel Legends has been marked down to $28.99 at Toys R Us across the street from me. And Steve's Toys R Us has a whole bunch of them. And they also have Scarlet Witch, but I already have two in the packaging.
Was it? It's TV White Vision?
Nope.
Oh, it's like comic one?
It's West Coast Avengers. It's West Coast Avengers, Vision, and Scarlet Witch.
Oh, yeah.
They're $30. Marvel Legends. They're at Steve's Toys R Us, which is across the street from his house, and in my Toys R Us, which is across the street from my house. So depending on which one you want to go to, they have got tons of both.
Well,
I picked up Robin today
across the street from me, but yeah.
Well, if you want one, we can. I mean, I've got like 3 Funko Pops of White Vision. I've got of the same one, the movie, the WandaVision version. I have every White Vision thing you can get except for that exclusive.
Stifle yourself, man.
I love White Vision. Anyways,
I have a question about White Vision. Couldn't he just go to like a power shop and just get his original colors back?
No.
Okay. So he's White Vision forever.
Yes.
Why?
Well, no. So he got turned back. If you actually look at the way they did it in West Coast, so when WandaVision was on, I went back and read the whole thing with Mockingbird and how she kind of like betrayed them, and then they find out Vision's been like just torn to shit. and then they rebuilt him as like just because they don't have there's no tone to him. He's just literally like pale.
Yeah.
Right.
And so that the pale Vision, if you want to call him pale Vision,
He's bone white Vision.
Bone white. Bone
Sometimes
Vision.
he's yellow, but yeah.
Yeah, they do. Well, in the video games, they do him yellowish.
Yeah, there was a yellow.
Yes, I saw that. I saw Living Tribunal. I was the first, and I quickly said Living Tribunal. I said it first for sure.
Yeah.
And nobody else in the theater knew what it was when I yelled it out.
No.
I'm gonna check that out on Tuesday.
So we got a full.
Hey. What's up?
So
What's up,
hold on a
Skip?
sec. Okay, so hold on a second before we all go crazy. Let's go Skeptic. What's your rating out of 10, or how did you ratings? Did you ratings out of 5 or 10, or did you do letters like A, B plus and all that, or
You're on mute.
you're on mute? Oh, or we can't hear you.
You want to mute the ginger,
No,
David?
can't hear you.
Can't hear you, man.
Oh well.
No, can't hear you. I think Skeptic is drunk.
It says strong skeptic for a reason.
Okay.
Yeah, that was not clever. Okay, great, take care. That was not him being clever with his name. That's fact.
Oh, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
It was
we can hear you.
I'm not drunk. I don't even have any alcohol in my house.
Yeah,
Wait.
sure.
I know, what a lie. Okay. Anyways, what is your rating on this movie out of 10?
Oh, I said 8 crazy moms out of 10.
Eight, okay.
8
8
crazy
out of 10.
moms.
Yeah,
What?
because Wanda's a crazy mom.
Wanda, right? Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Jordan, what is going on, dude? Oh,
Hey.
That's
how's it going? I like your avatar, man.
Yeah,
Oh, don't worry. I was watching
only
it.
it was
the
the new one.
All right, so Skeptic is saying 8 out of 10. Arkham, what was your rating? I think you tweeted me, right? But I forgot.
Yeah, 9 out of 10.
So we're in the same. Jo, what's your rating out of 10 on Doctor Strange?
Like, yeah, it's 9 out of 10.
9?
9 out of 10.
Wow. So the lowest is 8. We're between 8 and 9. Now I have a friend who was trying to come on today. He's probably not going to come on, judging now by the time. He gave it 10 out of 10. He absolutely loved it. But again, if I go back to the way the three of us on the top row here, we use my method. But if I don't use my method and I just go by my heart, which is always the hero, the villain, the story, I would say it's 10 out of 10 because I loved Doctor Strange. I thought he was absolutely fantastic in this movie. Wanda is one of my top 10 favorite Marvel characters. I have an entire shelf of just Wanda.
I thought you
and Vision.
hated her. I remember you saying that you hated her in the MCU or something.
Yes. I didn't like her in the MCU because it wasn't the Scarlet Witch until she became the Scarlet Witch in WandaVision.
There you go.
Right.
But yeah, I didn't say she's my favorite character in the MCU. I said she's my
Okay.
favorite character in comics. I'm wearing shirts of her.
Do you really like her in this film?
Yes.
She
And I
finally
really liked
calls
her in
herself
WandaVision.
So Witch. I love it.
Yeah.
It's so
Yeah.
good. The costume
So
is
Elizabeth Olsen
great.
now has gone way up to I will definitely meet her, get an autograph, photo op. So she's moved up now. No, but Scarlet Witch is a character I really like. I wanted to do a Vision and Scarlet Witch tattoo, which now I'm really thinking about because now it's the hype is coming back, right? So
Yeah.
But anyways, so I love both the hero and the villain, and I thought the story was good. So for me, that's great. And also, I really liked America Chavez in this movie.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened. I thought she was going to be garbage and trash.
I thought
and
she was
was-
going to be annoying too.
Yeah.
I thought so too.
Yeah.
And I walked in thinking, I'm going to hate this character. I'm going to pretend she's not in the movie. And then I'm thinking, I like this girl. Okay. And Sean said this before we went in, which was that they show her powers exactly like the comics. And the visualization of having that star, and then you could see, and there's one point where she had multiple.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like,
I was like, this is so cool.
cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, this is really cool. And then I'm like, I like America Chavez. I think they probably made her better in this movie than she is in the comics. Now,
Yeah.
I've read some of her in the comics in West Coast Avengers, and she's fine in those comics as well. Look, we know why she was designed. We know she was designed, why she was designed. But it doesn't matter. I don't think it matters why someone was designed. I think it matters what you do with the design of the character once it's there. So because Black Panther was designed to have a black character. Luke Cage was designed to have a black
Not a
character.
black character. Yeah.
So they were designed for reasons of diversity and inclusion. However, they ended up being very, very, very popular characters, and now they're one of the best characters. Look, Black Panther, Jack Kirby Black Panther, that's 10 out of 10. And I don't think Black Panther's ever lived up back to that Jack Kirby. But I do like the Jungle Adventures, and I don't know if that was first or second, but I like Jungle Adventures. That wasn't too bad. And I think some of the Christopher Priest stuff, at least the art looked cool. But Luke Cage is awesome, man. Right?
Yeah.
Like Luke Cage is badass. So these characters were created for diversity, right? But they became more than what they were created for. So I don't think it's necessarily so bad to say, well, let's have a diverse character and create one. I don't like Eternals, where they fundamentally destroy the story of Eternals and change everybody and gender swap and race swap. You're like, you've literally made a mess of this movie. It doesn't make sense in this movie.
Garbage.
Garbage. The Celestials created a deaf Eternal.
I think it also depends on the character as well.
Sure. And Luke Cage and Black Panther and these guys transcend it. Even if you go by, I don't know, Sean, do you like Hardware? He seems kind of cool to me.
Yeah.
And people like Icon, so that's fine.
Yeah.
What's the other guy? It's Static. Hardware for me. I don't know. I was reading some of the new ones. He seems pretty bad. I know it's Iron Man, kind of.
Yeah.
He seems
the old
cool.
one was awesome. I'm trying to get really into the new Icon, but
I couldn't get into it.
Speaking of Iron Man, I didn't expect to see Tom Cruise's Iron Man personally. I didn't.
No.
What about you guys?
People are crazy.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I thought the Ultrons were interesting, but I was more thinking maybe Ant-Man made them in that universe. I don't know.
I think some people some people on the internet expected basically whole cameo fest of everything.
Yeah. I saw Reed Richards holding like a blue suit or something. You think that was one of the Fantastic Four?
He was in the movie.
When Thanos was dead.
Oh,
you're talking about the cloak. That was the cloak.
Was that the cloak? Yeah, that was.
Oh, okay, my bad.
Yeah.
The Doctor Strange and that other the Illuminati Doctor Strange.
Yeah, the other universe.
Yeah, he was all blue and silver.
Yeah, he was overhauled by the Darkhold and everything like that, and they had to Black Bolt had to kill him.
Had to blast him.
I'm really excited to see like a '60s timepiece like Fantastic Four movie. I think that's what we're gonna get. Yeah,
Doctor Strange said it. He goes, didn't you guys fall out of the '60s or something?
That's awesome. I would love that. They have I hope they have like cheesy suits like Peacemakers.
I really like the design of Reed Richards Fantastic Four
right. I love it.
Cool.
And I knew they was going to get Krasinski.
What's with John Watts getting away from Fantastic Four? I've heard about that.
I agree.
Athena, I agree.
I'll be honest with you guys. This is probably top 5 MCU movies for me.
It's really good.
Right, it is. I agree.
Better than the original, the first Doctor Strange.
For me, for sure.
It's probably for me, it's Guardians, Avengers, Captain America, First Avenger, this and Infinity War, maybe.
Wait, let me hear that. Let me hear that again. Hold on. That's very close to mine.
It's let me rethink that. It's Guardians.
I don't know if I would say Guardians is number 1 though, but it's up there.
No, I'm not saying this is not in any order.
Okay, no order. Yeah. Okay, Guardians,
Avengers.
Yeah.
First Avenger.
Cap. Yeah.
Infinity War. And this.
Shit, that's a good top 5.
You're not a big fan of Iron Man, aren't you?
No,
me neither.
All 3 of those movies.
You know
what? I love Iron Man 1 and 2 and 3. I love all of them. All of them.
The Nihilist is great.
Here's a fact that is indisputable about the Iron Man movies. Iron Man never defeats the villain by himself in any of the 3.
I don't.
Yeah, he doesn't.
Oh my god, I just noticed that.
I don't really care about that.
He does not do that. First one. He gets Pepper Potts is the one who hits the button that shoots the light that takes out Ironmonger.
I don't care. They're good movies.
The second one, he needs to team up with War Machine against Whiplash. And then the third one, he basically Pepper Potts defeats Guy Pearce by herself.
So Pepper Potts is the winner in 2 out of 3 Iron Man movies.
I don't care. They're great
The best Iron Man movies are the Avengers movies.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
Yeah,
I don't know about
in
you
the
guys, but
Iron
I
Man-
love the scene. Like one of my favorite scenes in the whole MCU is when Cap and him are talking, and he Cap breaks the log. That was a really good scene.
I prefer Iron Man in the Avengers events.
Yeah.
He's much better. Like
Yep, I agree.
all the time, like when I with the Iron Man movies, it's you always have like Pepper Potts in the way. To be honest, it's like she's not the main. Like in the Avengers, movies, you see like Iron Man can actually shine and everything like that. It's like in his own movies, he always needed her help.
Of course he shines. He has suits.
Okay, so I'm looking at I think my favorite is Captain America, the first Avenger.
Really?
The only reason why is that I love Captain America, and I actually get really like that's the only movie of all of them.
It's the best Superman movie.
Where I feel something. Like I feel for
What
when
about
he's
Winter
fighting-
Soldier?
Hold on. I'm talking about where I feel something. Winter Soldier is a cool movie. I'm talking about where I feel emotional.
Oh, okay.
Like, so when he's like, I could do this all day. I hate that they keep reusing that line because
I hate it too.
I thought it was great. I loved how he did it in that movie. I love that he's like, save me the dance. I love the jumping on the grenade. I love I don't want to beat up anybody. I just want to, I don't like bullies. I love all that stuff. I like the transformation. I think the action's good. That movie is almost a perfect movie. It's just that Red Skull is just not as awesome as he could have been.
Captain America doesn't beat him.
You're fighting.
Yeah, it's sort of like this weird. Just beat the crap out of him. Like I wish it's. I understand it, so it is what it is. But for me, it's a great movie. But I also feel a lot for. I have a lot of feelings and emotions in that movie. Then I would say Avengers because that was. I mean, Sean has said this 4,000. Like we're sitting here like, holy shit! It's the Avengers. Like
I still get those feels now.
I still do too.
And we've had how many Avengers movies and team up movies? Yeah. And when I watch that movie again, and for some reason, it's done in such a way that I still get those chills. Like, oh my god, they're teaming up. It's a magic trick.
It's magic. It is magic. Yeah.
I've had a friend tell me that one of their least favorites is First Avenger. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, do you not like superheroes? You just like them being all dark and edgy all the time? Like, fuck.
Yeah, like this is the perfect Captain America movie. But yeah, Avengers is. It's if someone says Avengers is their best, then I get it. Like it's Avengers, right?
Avengers is not my favorite. It's honestly like it was amazing for the time. It's still awesome
for the time. It was like 5 minutes ago.
I think honestly, Infinity War and Endgame are a lot more rewatchable to me. Maybe that's crazy talk, but to you,
it's slightly. I like Infinity War a lot, but that benefits from the Avengers. The thing is, the Avengers movie. This is my thing. There's good movie, and there's important movies. And if an important movie is also a good movie, that's a super win.
Yeah.
So Avengers was an important movie, and it was good. So that's a super win because you're like, whoa, like.
Yep.
It's like brought everyone together and it succeeded. It showed that because everyone always said, well, you can't have all these heroes. People won't like that and it won't make any sense. And
how are the tones? I never understood that.
I never understood
this. Make one tone for that movie and then freaking
right.
Have you never seen a movie before? This is gonna be my question all night now.
Yeah, really. It's like it was such a lie. People kept lying, and then they made Avengers. I'm like, that disproved your lies about how you can't have multiple heroes in the same movie.
Yeah.
So it was an important movie, and also it was a really good movie. Oh, we got Andrew. Hey, Andrew. What's going
Hello.
on? What did you give it out of? What'd you give it out of 10, buddy?
Probably a 0 because Tobey Maguire wasn't in it.
No. Skeptic.
I'm sorry.
All, did you guys see Andrew's stream where he got
you saw that too, J-Man?
from Spider-Man, which was pretty. Sean texted me. He's like, "Holy shit, Andrew's got I can't remember the guy's name. What's the guy's name?
Michael Papa Jones.
Yeah. He's like, he's got him on. I was like, holy shit! So that was congratulations, buddy. That's awesome.
That's awesome.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Right,
okay.
I got another one May 20th.
Awesome. So okay, what was your score out of 10, Andrew?
I'd say maybe a 7 or 8 out of 10.
Okay, let's push it to 8 because we're all at 8. I'm at 9. Steve's at 9.5. Sean's at 8.5.
I had a few issues, but it was still good.
What was your issue with it?
What was your issue with it?
Well, I felt like with the stuff with the Illuminati, I felt like we could have gone like a little more with it, like because during the fight, it was kind of weird that Black Bolt and Mr. Fantastic never got a fighting chance.
I think with Mr. Fantastic, it kind of makes sense. He's compared to Wanda, he's like nothing.
Yeah, like she has supernatural powers.
Agent Carter, like or whatever, Captain Carter and what's his face, Reed should have been instantaneously vaporized.
Yeah,
right?
I agree.
And then because Black Bolt and Captain Photon were the two. Well, they call it Captain Marvel though, but it's Photon or whatever. The two of those were the most powerful, so they should have had a better fight. But I mean, the problem is that because everyone likes Peggy Carter and they like during that garbage What If show, they're like,
it was cool to see her in live action.
It was cool to see her in live. Well, listen, Haley Atwell's the greatest person of all time, so it's like,
I love her as
she's awesome.
more Carter is fun for me.
Yes, there is that. Oh, J.O., did you notice that?
Yeah.
Giggling at.
Let's see what Athena's talking about. What was the point of the book of Ashanti?
Athena! I just think of freaking God of War when I think of Athena.
Yeah, so the Book of Ashanti is the antithesis to. There's 3 MacGuffins in this movie. There's America Chavez. There's Good Book and Bad Book. So
what about the dead body of Doctor Strange? Is that a MacGuffin?
No, it's not. But that was brilliant.
That was.
He buried him there and then he reused them.
I thought that was.
I like that.
I thought that was so cool. I
That was
actually got
so
chills when I saw that. Like him with the arms around and stuff. The demons. I got chills from that, and I started tearing up when I saw Wanda like fucking crying and shit. Like that was a tough scene.
But I still love Elizabeth Olsen. I only got emotional in Captain America: The First Avenger. After that, I'm like, yeah, I'm good. I get emotional when it counts.
Yeah,
it's got to be something.
The first
really
I'm a weirdo. I got emotional when fucking Spider-Man was like in the train scene.
No, I didn't get emotional there.
I'm sure Andrew cried too.
The only thing that I expected at the ending is like Wanda did all these terrible things and everything like that. Is like there should have been like some kind of consequences or something like that. Like Doctor Strange, like I don't know, like maybe Doctor Strange trap her into some kind of multiverse prison or something like that.
I think the problem that people have with the Scarlet Witch character is they're trying to decide. They're trying to make it like, well, she shouldn't be all black, and she's not. She's gray, right? Like even when I was watching Clobberin Time stream, and J-Man said, well, she didn't really need to reveal, like, do this whole thing, and then if she's just going to go after him anyway. But I was like, no. I was sitting there thinking while I was watching, I'm like, no. She wants to still, in her own narrative, be the good person. She still wants to say, you guys are forcing me to do this. I'm trying to be the reasonable one. You're not letting me.
And that's why she says the dialogue.
Yeah. And that's why she's saying, no, just bring him over. I'll protect you. Yeah. Right?
And she messed up.
I want to fight these guys.
Yeah. And she messed up her lines. She said the name when he didn't say the name.
I caught that. I caught that when she said it. She's like, and he's like, I didn't see her name. I'm like, yeah, I caught that too. So that was smart. Yeah. But I think the thing is that I didn't want, because Wanda, for all that she does, I honestly feel and this has been the character since frigging day one in the comics, as far as I've seen it.
Yep.
She never thinks she's doing something wrong. She feels she's justified. And it's hard to argue with her when you kind of see like, all these terrible things happen to her. I kind of could see why she did like that. I don't want someone to get this terrible vengeance just because they did these things, because it's different. Like Red Skull wants to just, pump up Hydra to be the Fourth Reich. Well, that guy's he needs to be taken out, right? Like I want him dead. Right. But like with Wanda, you sort of understand why she's doing what she's doing. And you're kind of like,
I never liked her anyway.
Damn.
I mean, okay. So look, again, I'll say this again for people who came in late. She had a garbage childhood. She watched her two parents explode in front of her. She got recruited into the Hydra or whatever to be bad guy. She got brainwashed into being a bad guy. They used her, manipulate and train her to kill. She then sees her brother get killed in front of her. She then has her husband get killed in front of her. She then goes insane because of that, creates a fake family just to be happy. In the meantime, enslaves that entire village or whatever. Then everyone attacks her for doing that because she was in the wrong. Then Agatha Harkness turns on her. Then the Darkhold gets a hold of her. What the hell did you like? I mean, you cannot do more to a person than what's happened to one.
And you also forgot she was probably the reason why the Avengers broke up, because she killed Crossbones to that division in her
by accident. Family. Well, she didn't know what to do in that situation because she wasn't trained properly, and her instinct is to kill. Like, people are This is my main hype against people. It's like they're pretending like Wanda didn't appear at all until this movie. It's like we've have like 6 movies of her slowly going crazy and different bad things happening to her. It's like this is the Infinity War for Wanda. Like, all of this led to her finally being, you know what? F it. I don't care anymore. I'm gonna just kill everybody till I get what I want. That's it. I'm done. And that was awesome.
Pretty much, she had a character arc throughout the whole saga.
The whole saga.
Throughout the whole saga. I seen. I was like, wait a minute. She pretty much went from Age of Ultron to Civil War, to Infinity War, to Endgame, to WandaVision. You literally seen that. Because when I was rewatching it, I was like, oh shit, this pretty much was her whole start of her arc.
And I think that people don't know how to react to that because there aren't many story arcs in the MCU.
It's not right. I'm like, wow.
That is true. Yeah, there's not a lot of progression in some like, people are all into Winter Soldier and all that. I'm like, yeah, but Winter Soldier to me is like really not as interesting as some people make him out to be. I'm like, okay, he's a brainwashed killer.
They didn't do anything with him, yeah.
Like, to me, that's
there's a Hulk story arc. It's just not great. And there's a
Hulk was messed up.
There's a Iron Man story arc. It's just not great because he just pummels himself all the time.
They kind of ruined Hulk anyway.
They ruined.
They did. Oh my god.
Yeah, they ruined.
And there's a Captain America story arc because it ends right with him choosing Peggy Carter or whatever.
So, right, he chooses Peggy over Sharon.
Sharon. Shit, man.
And that was a good pick.
They forgot. Maybe he can have both because Peggy dies and he's still alive, and he'll just move to Sharon.
Yeah,
like he is still alive, so they could do that kind of old man Captain America story.
Yeah, old man Cap.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I don't really see a lot of faults with this thing. Like, my biggest problem was that it was going to be too long, and it wasn't. My pet peeves normally are, I hate when heroes don't use their powers, and literally, Doctor Strange and Scarlet Witch are always using their powers. Scarlet Witch basically flies the whole movie.
Yeah.
And it's like she's always doing some spells and they're fighting her. It's a wizard versus a witch. And we're watching 2 hours of the best wizard fighting the best witch. And Steve said this, 2 things Steve said. He's like, right when we saw the movie, they kept Scarlet Witch consistent. No one can beat her. So just like Dormammu, how'd you beat Dormammu? You can't. You bore him into submission. He's like, okay, if you're gonna just keep repeating time forever, I'm gonna just give up because this is pissing me off now.
I didn't like Dormammu's design. I hate it.
Oh, that's fine. And that's fair. But in this movie, Scarlet Witch, it's like even and they keep saying America. I've seen other people say, "Oh, America Chavez, it's all about her and she saves the day." Firstly, she doesn't save the day. Doctor Strange is literally telling her what to do. But then okay, so this happened in Universal Soldier, and not some of you guys haven't seen Universal Soldier. So when Van Damme and Dolph Lundgren are fighting, and then Dolph Lundgren's a bad guy, and then Van Damme gets up, and there's flames behind him, and he's like, "Oh!" And then he runs. And he does like a super Van Damme kick and just kicks the shit out of Dolph Lundgren. And Dolph Lundgren turns around and he's like, well, that's the spirit, soldier. He's like, all right. Now, and you're like, oh my God. I thought this was going to be where Van Damme wins. So America Chavez is like, I've got my power. Boom, boom. And Scarlet Witch is like, yeah, okay. So you punch me a few times. And she's like, oh. And it's just like, I can't beat you. It's like, right, you can't beat her. You can't just beat up Wanda. And she's like, okay, fine, I'll give you what you want. and that I thought was super.
That
sweet.
was so cool, though.
That was cool.
Yeah.
That surprised the hell out of me. I was like, wait, what?
The kids defeated her because they're like, "Oh, you hurt my mom. Who are you? Go away."
Yeah.
I thought that was great. And
Yeah.
it's like she's like, "Oh my god, I'm." And then Steve said, "Well, Steve's pointed this out today, but I'm gonna add on to what he's saying." Then she finally realized that she is the villain in her story.
Mhm.
This entire time she kept thinking, no, I'm doing this for my kids and my family and all this. It's for my family and kids. It's like, look, you're bonkers. You're crazy. You've killed people. It's time to.
You're more insane than the Green Goblin.
You're more. She is more insane, and with more power. With more power comes less responsibility. So she defeated herself. I like that. And the other thing Steve said, right, the very first thing Steve said when the movie was over, he's like, Doctor Strange had a cloak made up of like evil spirits. I thought,
yeah,
like this is like crazy. I mean,
you're talking about that part where he had those black things around him?
Yeah, his cloak was made up of the evil spirits.
I like that. That was so cool. I was like, what the hell? That's so cool.
He turned them into a cape. I'm like,
I like the mind bending thing where Doctor Strange mind bends into a dead version of himself.
Yeah.
I think that was very cool. And like I remember when Wanda was mind bending, you see like the surface, like whatever surface, and you see her go through that what is that thing, that circle thing, whatever it's called, and she like you see like her face looks like it's cut off, like
when she was going through the mirror thing, and it was almost like one of those it's hard for me to describe, but Silent Hill, J-Man knows
it's like a possession movie where someone's all contorted.
Yeah, it looked like that. It was pretty cool.
It was so nasty too.
This is what happens when you get an actual creative filmmaker making a movie. This is
right.
Like, this is Sam Raimi. Like we were sitting there sweating bullets, saying, "Oh my god, they're going to
also
Sam Raimi."
This
and
is also
Sam Raimi the MCU, which is how it should be.
Yeah. Also, this is the most divided MCU movie I've ever seen in a while.
Divided. It is.
Yeah, because people are crazy. They're literally insane.
What do you expect?
Everybody, like I don't know what to tell you.
Here's the problem.
It's exactly what I expected.
So, with when people ask for something different, like MCU fans ask for something different, and you get something different. I really love this movie. There's no this MCU bullshit formula all the time.
Right.
And then when you get it, MCU fans say, "Oh, I don't like it. I want to go back to the MCU formula." It's like, what do you want? You want something new. You ask for something new, but then when you see something new, you don't want it, and you want to go back to the MCU formula. It's like you can't win.
Make up your goddamn mind.
I called that with Eternals like a year and a half ago.
You did, Sean.
You go back to like when I was like, everyone boo-hoos about. I think one of you on this call right now, I'm not gonna say who, said, "Oh, you know what's formulaic and stuff." I said, mark my words, when Eternals comes out, it'll be daring and different, and you'll all hate it, and you'll want to go back to MCU style.
Yeah,
like
but
that,
unfortunately, that movie was boring. Yeah. So it's like this movie was
too, but yeah,
that was against the formula. I agree. Eternals is against the formula, but it's garbage.
My dad really liked it.
It's against the formula, but it's good. So what did everyone think? I mean, I liked him as Mr. Fantastic. Okay, so Marcus,
no, he's written shit. So
hold on.
Oh, John Krasinski.
I mean, I'm just talking about the look of him. The thing is, it's like I was like, oh, Marcus is gonna love this. It's like he's got,
Marcus.
But then he got shredded by Wanda. I was like, nice, because the thing is, he was a dick in it. But the problem is like this isn't the real Reed Richards. This is the multiverse Illuminati version, which is garbage. And all those guys were complete jerks, really.
Yeah,
because I remember seeing a title of a video saying that Reed Richards is absolute moron.
I don't think like how he's portrayed is like I would say they portrayed him in the Illuminati when Wanda's going against them before they fight is like he's trying to use logic because like you see kind of sympathy towards Wanda and he would want to stop this before it escalates and like reason with her before fighting and everything like that. And and like that's how like they portrayed him in this movie.
I mean,
wait, hold on a second. Wokeness, dude. Don't be like the.
Yeah, I know. I know. Everyone's like, I know. It's like, it's so tough because it's like, look, I need to forget. And Claudia and I and Sean talked about this
like
for like what, 2
or
hours or so.
Gamers.
We talked about it for a couple of hours on his channel, and it's tough because we all really loved it, right? Like Clobberin Times liked it. We all loved it, and people don't like it, and you're trying to figure out in your mind why is that, and it is this whole thing where like people are so amped up to not like Disney stuff because Disney's made so many bad mistakes, so many bad decisions. They kept asserting agendas over top of storylines. And then it's like, well, this is what the result now is. But the problem is that I still judge every movie on its own.
On its own merit.
I watch it.
People can't do that. Yeah.
And I don't know why people can't disassociate that. It's like I watch.
Me, I just like people use this like Disney agenda. I just watch the movie, and if I like it, I like it. Like at end of the day, I just do that. Like when I watch a movie, I see what I like and dislike, and if I like it, I like it, and if I don't, I don't.
Yeah, and that's the way you have to do it, man. That's the best way to do it. You can't.
You know, I said at the top of the hour, I get why people are nervous about Disney and they're expecting it because they've done it so often.
Yeah.
But you still, like, at the end of the day, what are you paying your money for? If you think it's going to be woke and you're not going to like it, what are you paying your money for?
Exactly.
If they think it's going to be woke, don't see it.
Yeah, don't see it then. And
like most of like some of these people with like say it's woke or Baba's agendas, like if you didn't like if you had that thought in your head before seeing the movie is like what's the point of seeing the movie if you didn't like it in the beginning? And like it's just like they're trying to do this agenda towards their YouTube channel to do this kind of thing.
We knew. Listen, we all knew that Eternals was agenda nonsense. I knew that going in, but I don't want it to be bad. I still went in there. I thought, okay, here we go. Let's see what happens, right? Like I thought Spider-Man 3 was going to be garbage. We all thought it was going to be. I was like, oh, this is going to be a mess. It's a disaster. And then I was like, this was pretty cool. It was a lot of fun.
Even when we expect something, we still see it for what it is.
It was, Sean and I. So Steve couldn't make it on that one, and Steve was like, I don't even care. This movie's going to be garbage. He's like, I don't care. He's like, I don't care. So Sean and I went, and we were just like, oh god, here we go. Let's watch this garbage. And it's a little bit slow in the first like half an hour, and then and then it started to pick up. Like, okay, this is pretty good. All right. And then I'm like, okay. And then I'm like, this is a lot of fun. And when the 3 Spider-Man are in it, the last hour is awesome. With the 3 guys all together, fighting the villains and trying to cure them and all that. I was like, this is a lot of fun. And Sean and I walked out of the movie. We were super excited. We're like, this is a cool movie. And I called Steve. I was like, Steve, this was a great movie. It wasn't garbage. Right. And this was me walking in saying it's going to be garbage. I walked, not a month before. Sean and I are standing in the theater. We're like, oh God, this is going to be awful. Steve literally is saying, I don't give a shit about this movie. I don't even care if I can't make it tonight. And he watched it after everyone talked about it, and he likes it now. So it's like, what are we talking? Even when I'm down on a movie, I'll still. Well,
I didn't expect it to be good, but I'm not kidding. Like I went into the theater. This is like the first time probably I've ever been like this, but I was legitimately speechless with my dad. Like I couldn't talk about the movie for like a good hour. I was just kind of in awe.
Yeah, really? Yeah, like people have to give movies like. If you want to see the movie and give it your opinion and stuff like that. You can't like say it's gonna be this before seeing a movie or something like that. It's like,
or like watch clips and say,
you got people like Neurotic saying Kevin Feige's a fraud, blah 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 blah.
Well, Kevin Feige's
his viewers. He's got to appease them, right?
Yeah, you have to use that kind of agenda and everything like that.
The thing
is, he knows where his bread is buttered.
Yeah, and the thing is that. But the thing is like, look, because I agree with when he was. I don't want to talk about other people's channels on my thing, but I agreed with all this stuff on Eternals. I agree with everything on Moon Knight. I agree with everything on what was the other one? With Falcon and Winter Soldier. I agree with it. Right, but I don't agree on this one. It's like, again, I'm always going to tell you the absolute
Josh
truth.
hated the movie.
Josh didn't like it?
Yeah, he said it was the worst MCU movie ever. And,
Okay.
That's crazy talk.
That's just
that's insane.
Worse than Eternals?
Worse than Eternals? Worse than Black Widow? Worse than what was Falcon?
He said it was the worst movie ever, and I think the Loki writer wrote this or something like that. And and he said
and I don't like the Loki TV show.
Everybody's telling me to watch Loki, and it's so good.
Right, they're saying it's good, but it don't even look that good.
You know, my dad told me, "Oh, I really should have watched Loki because it's really important to this movie."
No. It's awful.
And I was afraid they were going to like connect it to Loki. That's the thing that I was afraid of.
Skeptic, if you want to watch Loki, get two people you know, put them at a coffee table, and have them talk for 10 minutes.
I do have a question. Do you think the reason why some people hate it is because they had too much of a high expectations with like these rumors with like a superior Iron Man and all these rumors? Do you think they, I would say, overhype themselves of thinking that's going to happen with all these cameos?
One of my channel subscribers, I think, whose name is Josh, we're gonna make fun of him next time he comes on. Don't worry.
Honestly, seeing Mr. Fantastic was way more exciting than ever seeing like Tony Stark or
who cares?
Like, look, I don't know. I'm just so hyped for the Fantastic Four movie.
I really got very like, this is like one of the instances where I actually love MCU movie a lot for some reason.
Right?
Like I don't know, like something about this movie because I usually like it. I'm more of a DC fan, and this movie.
What, Arkham? You're more of a DC fan. I didn't know.
Well, you know what? It's more edgy than other MCU movies. Like it's got that. People are like, oh, it's a horror, not really a horror movie, but it's got the jump scares and all that, and it's got a lot more brutality and blood.
Yeah.
I find that even PG-13 movies, they love to immolate people, like set people on fire. You can get away with that. But you can't get away with like a bullet to the head.
Like Scarlet Witch is literally incinerating people with her, but it's red. It's like red hex magic or something.
Did you like the fight? I think it was at beginning of the Squid Monster.
I like every fight in this movie.
I like the idea where he got that. I think the pole thingy. And ripped the eye out.
Yeah, he took the hands and he's
that was awesome.
And then take the eyeball right out.
So there's a Lego of that. There's Lego. I'm wondering if you could take the eye out in the Lego.
So what's next for Doctor Strange? I'm assuming Dormammu.
Well, if you,
I hope in the third Doctor Strange, I want Sam Raimi to do again. This was.
I hope so too.
Right?
I want to see Dormammu.
Plus, he did say he likes Doctor Strange, so it's like, why not?
But here's the thing: according to Grace Randolph, Sam Raimi was the wrong choice.
Great. Oh, she's a goof too, isn't she, or no?
Yeah,
I never understood.
I never listened to her.
I never understood.
She's a crackhead anyway.
She's a bit of. The problem is that look, just like everybody else, if I agree with you on one point, then I might not agree with you on another point. That's how I always do it.
J-Man, do you not want Dormammu?
We had him already.
Yeah.
So
but he didn't get defeated. He got convinced.
Well, because but the point of it is that he'll do the same plan and then he'll just get convinced again. The next one's going to be Nightmare. It's going to be Clea. It'll be Clea and Doctor Strange fall in love. And it'll be them fighting Nightmare. Probably.
It might be
okay. So
lovey-dovey.
Two things real quick. One, okay, so what you just said about the falling in love. So seeing Benedict Cumberbatch and Charlize Theron in love. Oh,
why you hate that?
It doesn't matter. Anyway, also a second thing is that I feel like with Doctor Strange's costume, it's starting to look more like the one in the comics. All he's missing is the longer cape.
I thought he's always looked
yellow
like
gloves. Yellow gloves.
He just
I do love the red blue contrast.
I'm gonna be seeing this movie again tomorrow.
I'm just gonna wait until I can pirate it.
We had a tease of the yellow gloves in Ragnarok, remember?
You got
Sorry. I don't have a lot of money. I pirate every movie I can get.
Did you like the end credit scene, J-Man, where I think they introduced
Bruce Campbell?
Yeah.
But Bruce Campbell's
Clea.
up.
That was funny.
It's over.
It's over.
Isn't Clea like the
Pizza
niece
Papa,
of
of course,
Dormammu
it's
or
crazy.
something like that?
Yeah.
All I know is you know how many I've read. Okay, I've read
Clea is
zero.
human, by the way. So
Yeah, I've read 0 Doctor Strange comics. I only know Doctor Strange from the Defenders, and I've read a lot of Defenders comics.
Yeah.
So Clea to me is just like, I just would think of her as Doctor Strange's girlfriend or something. I don't really know too much about
she's
that.
the-
character.
She's his wife, and she's also the niece of Dormammu.
And by girlfriend, I mean like love interest in the comics, because sometimes they get married, sometimes they don't. So
sometimes.
but she is purpurpley. Like,
I don't know. I want to see
she's a
Dormammu
purpley
in some
character.
extent in the third one.
I would like to see it like it is in the comics with the head kind of like.
So I've gone back now, and I listened to Rob Liefeld, and he said these are the 20 Doctor Strange comics that he really likes, number 48 to 68. So I have those. So I've been reading those. Pretty cool. And I went back and I read Strange Tales. I read like the first, like, I don't know. They're shorter stories. So I read like the first like 8 or 9 or something like that. As Sean and Steve, if you need anything, I've had those for decades. So if you need me to lend them to you, I can lend them to you.
if they're going to introduce Dormammu, I would assume it would probably be. I would assume it would be in probably the third one, because like they have the niece of Dormammu, and you're introducing Clea and everything like that. So I would assume that they would introduce him in the next movie.
Then again, who's to say that there can't be a fourth movie? There's a fourth movie. There's a fourth Captain America movie coming out.
Yeah.
There's a fourth Thor movie. So like.
And I mean, like, we can talk. Like, I mean, I keep saying this, but you have to. Everything has to be individual. When I saw the trailers for Moon Knight, and that's a garbage show, but when I saw trailers for Moon Knight, I literally, I was like, this looks cool. I'm like, I like Oscar Isaac. Moon Knight looks pretty cool. He jumps. He's got the moon cape, and he's got the weapons. I don't know if you guys are on Echo Base Network. So Echo Base guys invited me on to talk about the trailer. So impromptu live stream on their channel. I talked about the trailer. I said, guys, I'd be a little cautious. I said, I have a feeling that Moon Knight is going to be only in it for a couple of minutes every episode. I was wrong. He won't be in a few episodes. And I'm like, and literally, and that show just went from like okay to awful.
But Jay, man,
it was that bad.
Is Moon Knight an Egyptian superhero?
Yeah. Oh my God, no, Sean. I swear. Okay.
I couldn't keep a straight face saying.
I'm surprised. Good job, Sean. That's okay. We have to give Sean the. We have to give Sean the Flash Gordon applause. Hold on. Where's the Flash Gordon applause? Where are you? There you go. Good job. All right. Flash Gordon approves. No, listen. Okay. When that little kid turned to that trash character and she's like, "Are you an Egyptian superhero?" I'm like, "That's it." I'm like, John.
No, they literally said that,
right? So why would she even specify?
Why would you specify that?
Like,
why would that be?
So was it cringe? Did you find
they literally say that?
League?
Yeah, that's bad.
They literally turned.
Like, are you a Canadian superhero?
Are you a cis white gender male super? Like, what are you saying? Like, wouldn't she be like, yeah? Now here's okay.
Are you a Trinidad?
I'm waiting for the Captain Canuck show. Thank you very much.
Oh, I'm waiting for that too. Let me. This is a good example, though. This is a good example
I just want
of
movies,
bullshitness. Okay,
Yeah.
here's an example. Here's an example. Here's an example. This character, this woman, is a brand new character. I don't think is she in comics, Sean? Is she a comic character?
I don't know, man. I don't think so.
But anyways, so look,
some people say that. Some people say that. I think the woman and stuff like that is like Moon Knight's wife or girlfriend.
Okay, so in the show, She's never been Moon Knight. She's just a regular person.
Yeah.
Oscar Isaac, in whatever version he is, the 3 personalities, he's always been Moon Knight.
Yeah.
So he's been Moon Knight for a long time,
I
right?
feel so bad for Oscar
He's been
Isaac.
Moon Knight for a long time. She literally gets the powers of Moon Knight, or she gets the powers of a god, and in 5 minutes, she is now better than Moon Knight in fighting. She helps defeat the villain, and that girl says, "You're a superhero." I'm like, that is an example.
Well, you know, J-Man?
Garbage agenda.
That is so dumb.
I think I know why. It's because they want the woman to be better than the man.
Right, that's the agenda.
That's
thing.
right.
Yeah.
That's
so
right,
pretty much,
Andrew.
J-Man, you saved me from watching this show.
It's awful. But now this does not happen in Doctor Strange. America Chavez is new to the MCU.
Yeah.
But she is the weakest character. She can't control her powers. Doctor Strange literally needs to protect her. Even Wong makes mistakes because he says, "Oh, take away her powers." He's like, "No, that's not going to work because everyone tries that. We got to try to help her control it." So it's like, so she sucks. The old characters are Scarlet Witch and Doctor Strange. They're old characters from the MCU. Scarlet Witch has been in more MCU things, or almost equal to what Doctor Strange is, a bit more. So they're the 2 characters, and they're the best 2 characters. This is not a new character that we've never heard of, or even in the storyline. This woman has been Moon Knight or whatever. She's been a god-powered person for 5 minutes. She just gets the powers. She shows up, and then she beats up people and saves Moon Knight, and she's a better fighter or equal to him in 5 minutes. And then that girl's like, "Are you an Egyptian superhero?" Why doesn't she have a mask? Because they want to make sure that you see that it's like an Egyptian woman or whatever. I'm Egyptian. Just have a mask. Like, why wouldn't you have a mask? So now Moon Knight should turn to her and say, "Oh, hey, by the way, now that you have a god as your, avatar or whatever, you're an idiot. You're an ass. Are you going to go tell everybody? Are you going to go to everybody you've ever known and tell them that you have these powers now? Because when I didn't do that, you got angry at me."
Yeah.
Right?
Oh my goodness!
See, this is the thing. And when Nerdrotic, whose name is Gary, when Gary points this out, I'm with this guy. I'm like, yeah, that's a bunch. Oh, I don't know if he pointed that out. I'm pointing it out, but so I'm with people. When I'm not with people, I'm not with them.
By the way, did you guys know that there was an Avatar 2 trailer? Because I didn't until I saw Doctor Strange.
Can Carol?
Looks like Avatar 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the 3D
honestly,
is awesome.
I'm not expecting the movie to be like.
I don't care about Avatar.
Honestly,
like I don't care about Avatar, but the visuals look cool.
It looks cool. That's what the
I have a feeling the movie's gonna be kind of lame.
You can
they're gonna be building up to 2 other movies.
You can have like the best visuals, but the story can just be trash.
Yeah, but you know what? Avatar's a weird movie in that it actually ages well. When I first
I
like it.
It does. Like back then, I'm like, what the hell am I watching? This shit looks like it's bad.
I watched it like last week. It was pretty good. I still like it.
It's actually pretty good.
It's good. I know it's good. Listen, not every movie needs to be 10 out of 10, people.
Yeah.
Right.
I know. It's like I feel like I just feel like some people overrate it a little bit.
I just don't know how it got to be the #1 movie. How the hell?
Because we paid more for 3D.
Seriously.
I'll tell you guys, I've been to a lot of 3D. That was the best 3D easy.
Yeah.
Avatar. Easy.
Oh, wait.
When those little floaty bit things were there, I was like,
yeah,
holy shit, they're like in my face.
It's immersed.
You know, I wonder if 3D movie, because you can watch like in VR
I don't
movies
watch
and stuff like in like a
anymore.
virtual like theater. You think 3D movies would work in VR? I don't see why not.
Okay, guys. Okay, look. 3D is extremely difficult to make. The cameras are expensive, and you need the 2 cameras. You need to light the backdrop, background. Yeah. You can't convert shit to 3D, which is what they always do.
Yeah.
You know what's real 3D movies? Resident Evil 4 or something.
Yeah.
was legit 3D, and it's like, holy crap, this is like awesome because they use the Avatar cameras. It's like it's super expensive, and you have to light the background. Oh, there's Josh. Oh, Josh, buddy. Oh, buddy, dude. You didn't like this movie, man. We're gonna beat you up. You want come in? Yeah. We're gonna make. Oh, dude, Come on, man. We loved it. We loved it.
It was really good. I don't know, like I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm
so
just
he doesn't.
repeating myself at this point.
So Clobby doesn't like. But the thing is, forget about everything else. The visuals are cool. Like,
yeah, like I agree. Like I agree. Like the visuals are stunning. Like looking at the visuals with Avatar, they're amazing. Like the visual effects and everything with that. It's just like the story's okay. Like it's just nothing mind blowing.
It's nothing special. It's
that was converted, Josh.
Dances with Wolves.
Yeah,
it is. But you know, the thing you have to remember too is how many times can you tell this sort of story without crossing into other things?
Yeah, it's Dune as well.
You guys
Dune
think
is the
it's
same thing.
It's going to take from these various other movies that have been popular and we've seen it. The thing about James Cameron that I like is his movies generally age well. They don't generally go down in quality. They either stay the same or they actually get a little bit better if you didn't like them before, which is what it was with me in Avatar. So
you think
you were the most down on Avatar?
I was very down on it. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember you were being very. I thought it was a good look. It's a good movie. I bought it. I watched. I thought this was a good movie. Did I go buy all the Avatar toys? No, I did buy one Avatar toy. But I didn't buy all the Avatar toys.
I didn't see
the
that.
video game was good on the
video
360.
game. It looked
it was
okay.
really good.
Yeah,
it's fine. It does it. I think what happened was when it made $1 billion, people were
Yeah.
kind of like, "Whoa!" Like, it wasn't that good.
Yeah,
but you have to remember Titanic as well. I had this argument in film class, since Steve was not in film class with me. He was in it, but we took film courses together.
Yeah.
And
look, Josh is here.
I know, poor Josh. Josh, we were saying that somebody said that you didn't like this Doctor Strange movie, so we're very upset.
You think this is worse than Eternals? Saying something.
Say it ain't so, dude. Help us out, man. Help us out.
Did we all forget Inhumans?
Have you ever?
We just all forgot about Inhumans.
Oh, J-Man, I have a question.
Yes.
Have you ever watched a movie in 4DX?
No. Is that where they shake you around?
Yeah.
No. You know how I watch movies?
I hate that.
I watch movies like this, like laying like this with a big fat thing of popcorn here, and then I throw the popcorn at my face, and most of it gets in my mouth.
Imagine it was you would balance it on your stomach when you were.
When I was fat, it was big. Awesome. You know, everyone makes fun of it. Like, being fat is awesome. You eat whatever you want. You don't care. I literally would put popcorn. It was so beautiful. I get the fattest drink possible, friggin' Coke, man, full sugar, and I would take I would eat like 4 fingers at once of popcorn. Now I eat 2 or 3 fingers of popcorn at once.
I eat one piece each.
I basically.
Oh my god, Skeptic! I'm banning you from the channel.
I'm serious.
That is disgusting.
What?
You gotta grab a handful, man.
I like to take my time. You know what? I actually forgot. I still have some fucking Reese's. I still have some Reese's from the movie last night. Or I forgot. I still have some Reese's Pieces and stuff.
Oh, Josh, go back to the beginning of this stream. We loved the movie. We actually, I counted. We gave 4,436 points. Why it's awesome. There's only 1 point that was negative. That was Sean's point. And everyone
snitched on me.
Sean gave 1 negative point, but everyone ignored it and just moved on with their lives.
No, everyone, is like, you know what Discord is and everything. Like, people talk about like he said how he felt. Everyone ganged up on him and like say that he has the worst takes ever. And this was like Paulon shit. Piling on the L's that he's taking. This is like a big L worse than freaking Warner Brothers.
Whoa!
Like they take the cake, but this takes the cake with Josh with how many L's he takes.
Arkham, I know it's not very fair, and it's a very different movie. The Batman fucking sucks compared to this movie.
Well, I guess.
You are talking about a superpower.
Listen, we're not going to beat up on. I already beat Batman up, and I still bought all the toys.
Thank goodness you did.
I already bought all the toys, so I'm a bit of a hypocrite on that one, but it doesn't.
Yeah, I know.
Here's the thing.
Arkham wants to marry Matt Reeves.
I got
That's okay.
I didn't like the Batman. I had my say on J-Man's stream, I'm done talking about it.
Yeah,
I don't want to dwell on it. I want to dwell on the good
All
stuff.
I'll say is that I'd rather watch Batman Begins.
I
over the
legit
Tim Burton
forgot
movies.
that movie existed when we were
Oh my
talking
God.
about this
What?
stuff. I'm not kidding.
I said I would rather watch Batman Begins or the Tim Burton movies over that.
I'd rather watch Batman
Okay.
and Robin. Any
Okay,
fucking day. I love that
okay.
film.
I don't know.
I mean, I'm rewatching the Adam West series yet again for the 400th time or something. I know the dialogue at this point.
I'm
with all
rewatching the Sam
episodes,
Raimi
but-
trilogy for the 100th time.
Oh, Andrew, I know
Hell
you've
yeah.
watched that 100 times. that's
Yeah,
for sure.
100 times.
Dude, I was watching that in VR the other day.
I was thinking of doing like a tweet where, like Robert Pattinson got a second movie. I was going to say,
Yeah.
Robert Pattinson has the third movie and Ben has 0.
Oh,
Damn,
Well,
why
yeah.
you do that, Arco?
You know, that's the truth.
Oh,
Don't do it to him, Marco.
I'll tell you. Look, and we have said this all the time on my channel. The money. There's no Man of Steel 2. There's a Batman 2. I don't know what to tell you guys.
That doesn't mean shit because
it does mean
Adam. No. I was just saying to Arkham because Adam West had only one movie and he's still the best Batman.
No, I was just saying Ben, like Ben's Batman.
Yeah.
I was
I
saying
know.
Robert has two.
Adam West is the best Bruce Wayne.
Well, I guess he had.
And also Adam West had his own
legit.
series anyway. He had
There
like
are those
Yeah.
new Batman.
no love for
cartoon
Michael
movies.
Keaton?
I forgot about those. The
No,
Adam
no,
West
no.
ones.
I'm standing by, and I've rewatched all the Batman movies many times. Adam West is the best Bruce Wayne. I'm not
what
even
the
joking.
hell?
Oh yeah.
Because he gets stuff done. It's like he does Wayne Foundation crap, but then he also hosts dinner parties and
that's
stuff when he
better.
needs to. It's like he does everything. The problem with Michael Keaton is that Michael Keaton and we didn't get enough of what's his face, Robert Pattinson.
Robert
as Bruce
Pattinson's
Wayne.
fucking useless.
Well, as Bruce Wayne, he's useless. That's for
Yeah,
sure.
that's what I meant.
Yeah, but yeah, it's like he doesn't do anything. And what's his name? The skinny guy. Oh my god, Batman Begins.
The
What's this
skinny
guy's
guy,
name?
Batman and Robin,
Christian
No.
Bale?
George Clooney.
Christian Bale.
Oh.
Christian Bale. I don't know. I couldn't. I don't know.
My friend told me that he liked Bill because he was a business entrepreneur. But I was like, well, he didn't really give me anything that screamed Bruce Wayne in the trilogy. It was just.
What do you mean a rare W, buddy? Everything I say is a W.
Yeah.
That's why I was like, what's there to be so excited about his Bruce Wayne? There was,
Fair W.
you know,
The only guy I honestly didn't do a good job as Batman was George Clooney.
George Clooney didn't
Right.
care, but I loved him.
Everyone else did a good job as their individual Batman.
I think if George
Oh.
Clooney tried, he would be a great Batman in Bruce Wayne.
I agree with that, but except one thing. No, Ben. No. I can't.
You can't do Ben Affleck as Batman.
No. He makes me angry.
It's not his fault the writing was shit.
That's true.
Wow.
Yeah, Arkham. I'm very surprised. I thought you liked Ben Affleck.
Like
as Batman.
I tried rewatch. I tried rewatching BVS.
It's awful. I know.
I just can't stand his Batman.
It's awful.
Wow, I thought
We
you
know
used
it's
to
awful.
love him.
Yeah, I used to love Bill until I watched the Batman.
Of
Okay,
course.
Robert Pattinson. I mean, I actually liked Batman in the Batman.
Yeah, Batman.
I liked all the Batman parts, but it's just the story. It's nothing to do with the characters in this movie. It's just the story. It's the story and the pacing that are absolutely brutal.
You're
in
right,
the
Josh.
Batman. That's
Affleck
it.
would
It's
whoop
just
his ass.
it's
I
not
think they could have
anyone's
trimmed
fault.
down a bit of the
Yeah.
scenes. That's all I think, and they focus more on like what we got from Doctor Strange with the
But at
action.
least we can agree his Batman is good.
Yeah, I
What,
was
Robert
okay with this
Pattinson?
Batman.
Yeah, it's
Right.
alright.
His Batman is good.
It's like my least favorite, but it's alright.
I like the detective.
No, he's better than I would say he's better than most of the other. Like,
Yeah, like
I mean, Michael
Actually,
Keaton
no.
is awesome.
No, actually, I'll take that back. I don't like what's his face from
Christian Bale.
Forever.
Oh, Val
Val
Kilmer.
Yeah, I don't like Val Kilmer.
No,
I disagree with that. I disagree with that.
Nah, Kilmer. You know what? When I rewatched Forever, I was like, "Damn, Kilmer's good." So
Kilmer's the best part of that friggin' movie. There's
he is.
I do like a lot of the action sequence. I think there was like I was rewatching Batman. I think Forever. You see him like using his gadgets and flying down, like how Batman flies down and stuff like that. Like it's like his Batman's still pretty good. Like the action sequences are cool. Like he uses his gadgets and stuff like that. Like he's not off. He's not a bad Batman. It's just it's just the movie.
Yeah, it's like here's the thing. Like the movie looks awesome. It's got an amazing soundtrack.
Yeah.
Like the actors are suited for the roles. They look good.
Yeah.
Right, except for the nipples and all that.
Right.
Yeah. Like,
I mean, some people would argue that like Chris O'Donnell is way too old for Robin, but yeah.
Yeah, but
they weren't gonna have a little kid. They weren't gonna have a kid.
No. I think that's
no.
stupid. I think it's. I don't want to see Robin as like a fucking 12-year-old. That's weird.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot going on for Batman Forever. It's good. It's not. It's just that the tone is weird, and when they go goofy, they go super. Like it's not funny.
It's not funny.
It's just stupid.
It's
like if you're gonna go dark, make like you can have the like this. This my problem with Batman Forever is like. You have light moments and dark moments. If you're gonna go super dark, embrace that and make like they could made the Riddler. You can have the Riddler as Riddler and made him like super dark and how like how the tone was, and I would have been fine with that. And I think the problem with Batman Forever is like it can't make its mind up what it is.
Yes,
the Daredevil film.
That's the problem.
It's like two different, it's two different movies. But again, like they got the Riddler on the surface right. Like he wants to outsmart Batman. He wants to prove he's better than.
He is because Batman doesn't win at the end. So.
No, Batman wins at the end.
Well, he kind of does, but it's not him that wins. The fucking cops get him.
What?
What are you talking
about? That's the same movie.
The Batman.
What are we talking about?
No.
We're talking about Batman Forever.
I thought you were talking about the Batman. I'm sorry.
No.
No.
I was just complaining about the fact that the Riddler just gives.
I was so confused.
Yeah. No,
we're already past that conversation.
Sorry.
The point of that was that he was trying to lure out saying, "Oh, are you Batman or are you Bruce Wayne? You can't be both." He's like, "Well, I can be both." And then he literally says, "I can be both Bruce Wayne and Batman." It's like, and then he saves both people. I'm like, that trap could have been better because they fell in the same area. I'm like, well,
I thought it was two tubes.
I thought it was two. Yeah.
That
was Riddler.
I love the music cue of that. It's awesome. It's like
it's shot well. It just
doesn't make any sense.
Anyhow, guys, take care.
All right,
see you
later.
All right, be safe. Don't die.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, the problem was that it was just Batman Forever didn't know what it wanted to be. Chris O'Donnell was very serious. He's very upset over his parents. He's like, okay, I want to go out there and beat up people. Like him and Bruce Wayne are great together, but the Riddler and Two-Face are so stupid, and it's like, and Two-Face is so dumb. It's like, hey, big boy, what's the point, big boy? It's like you invaded the sanctity of our lair. It's like I remember I've seen it 100 times. I just watched it.
Like their characters just too toony for me. That was the problem.
I think the Riddler design's fine and all stuff, but like the Two-Face design is just not good.
It's too goofy. He's goofy.
He's too goofy. Like I wanted to like he can have a black and white suit like comics or something like that where he has a black and white suit and like he has some white hair and like in middle of his black hair and like his I know there's different iterations. You have like the blue skin, you also have like the burnt fire skin and stuff like that. I would have preferred if you were going to darker tone. You could have done either, but the suit, my main problem is like the suit design, like the design of the character in Batman Forever. So like it looked
to me it was green. Now Sean, okay, so Sean is the most expert on Two-Face, I think, right? That's your guy from when you were younger, right? So Sean, to me, Two-Face always had green on the
Yeah,
side. Is
the
that right or
cartoon
wrong?
popularized the purple, but to me it was always green. So
That's what I thought. I thought it was green because you know what comic I always read and always went to was Secret Origin specials with Penguin, Riddler, and Penguin, Riddler, and Two-Face. It was them on the cover, and it gave each origin of those three characters. And I believe he's green skinned on that, but I'm not.
I don't think they use. I don't think they use.
Or is he
the
purple
blue.
on that one?
He's green in the Who's Who.
Who's green? Yes, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Yes.
I worked at a comic book anime apparel shop called Secret Origins.
Yeah, in the
really
comic books, they don't use the blue anymore.
Now it's like fleshy burnt.
Yeah, it's the flesh, like, and I'm fine with that, to be honest,
I'm okay
because
with
like it was okay that they had like the blue with the animated series. I was fine with that. It's just I was never a fan how they incorporated it in comics. Like
I think green is more Silver Age. That second Adam West cartoon movie used the green for
the Adam West cartoon.
William Shatner was
speaking of Silver Age,
it was a cartoon movie. It was awesome, man.
Awesome.
Did you guys hear? I think it was like, I don't know if it's real or something like that, but I saw something on the Penguin show and everything like that. Supposedly you're gonna have Penguin, not Penguin, Clayface. You're gonna have supposedly Clayface introduced, and also I think it's Rupert Thorne or like some other characters.
How are they doing Clayface if it's all realistic and stuff?
Supposedly, like, I know you have the Silver Age and the Golden Age. Okay. Supposedly, he's gonna do a mix of both. So, like, the Golden Age Clayface, and you also have the Silver Age Clayface, where he can, he's that big clay monster and everything like that in the Silver Age. So he's gonna mix both iterations and do that in the Penguin show, and we'll see what he looks like.
There's so many like. If you're talking about Clayface, so I was looking at. I think we lost Andrew. I was trying to figure out who we lost there.
Oh no!
Yeah.
But I think Krasinski will be Mr. Fantastic. I think that's what they're saying. Hey, did you notice that this multiverse movie went by what I always said, which is it should be the same person as the same person in every universe, and they didn't do that in the other things like. Where they had it's like, oh, different Peter Parkers are different actors, whereas Peter Parker should always be the same actor.
Yeah,
like that was one of my things, right? Like it's always Benedict Cumberbatch is Stephen Strange in every multiverse. Not like Loki didn't have that. There's different Lokis.
Yeah,
like
they
Loki
should have had Doctor Strange from the '78 film. I don't know if that guy's alive.
He's dead. He's
oh
dead.
yeah.
I think.
So you think it was better than the '78 film?
Yes. I love the 78 film, but it's TV, 70s TV boring.
Yeah, it's boring.
So with Krasinski, do you think he'll be the Reed Richards in the Fantastic Four?
I think so.
Who knows? Yeah, I don't know.
I hope. I know he had a small part, but I think he did pretty good job.
No, I don't doubt for a second he's going to be.
He looked cool.
It makes sense.
Yeah, he looked cool. I like the beard and everything like that.
Yeah,
I mean,
he's.
Is it wait?
I've got a toy of them right there, and that's the one that they use, the newest one with the.
It's
black.
weird because I swear to God, I've seen pictures of that exact look of Mr. Fantastic for like, oh, is he going to be in the MCU for fucking years?
They Photoshop it and
And people been wanting to play with Reed Richards.
And he looks pretty awesome as Reed Richards. I have to admit.
I hope they bring him back.
He looks cool, man. They
should bring him back.
I love the suit. I like how he when he was in the chair and everything like that. He talked about multiversal threats and everything like that with the worlds colliding and everything like that. Like he's very smart and everything like that. So what John Krasinski brought. I know he wasn't there that long, but what he brought to the role, I really liked. I'm not saying he's he didn't have a big part, but I still really liked how he portrayed the character.
Yeah, I liked him a lot. I thought he was really cool.
Yeah.
Hard though.
So we're saying people say he was blamed, but the problem is that that's not the real Reed Richards. This is the multiverse version. Who's in the Illuminati, and he's a bit of a douchebag here. So and he wasn't very smart. And Black Bolt's powers were kind of wonky.
I could be
it's
wrong,
like Photon. I didn't really understand why Photon was Captain Marvel there and why they called her.
Yeah.
Like, why did she have the Kree? Because Photon, like
Well,
Monica,
it's another universe, right? But
right, so
it's
Monica,
another universe.
right, exactly. So it's like Monica wouldn't have had a Kree outfit, right?
Yeah.
So
I was
that's what
Something
like,
happened there that
so what happened there for her to be in a Kree outfit, right? So but that's what I'm saying. You can't put a lot of thought. This is why I only knocked it down the one point, because it's
my only issue with maybe Krasinski will be Mr. Fantastic is that I don't know why they didn't have Namor in this, because they've already cast him. They know who it is. It's like, why wouldn't they have him? He's part of the Illuminati. Yeah. And if you're saying that you're introducing Reed Richards in this weird version where he dies horribly, why wouldn't you have Namor as well?
Yeah.
I don't know if Krasinski's a one-off.
I thought it was so weird to see.
Yeah, I don't think he's a one-off. Like I do agree with some of your points. He wasn't very smart, where he basically tells what Black Bolt's abilities are and stuff like that. Like that's not something you should do.
Yeah.
But remember the Wanda. Also, just so you guys know, the Wanda in their multiverse wasn't very strong. She's just a housewife.
Yeah.
So they're not thinking that she's really that much of a threat.
They know who she is.
The Illuminati are not smart anyways, because they're actually prejudiced, because they believe that every Doctor Strange is corruptible.
Yeah.
It's like, and he's not. And it's like, okay,
and that's the problem with the Illuminati, is because each of them are different. Like each Doctor Strange in each of the multiverse are not the same. So like their Doctor Strange was overcome by the book and everything like that, and like he was on destruction and everything like that. But not every Doctor Strange from other universes, like say like the MCU, he's a good version. You have good versions and different versions. You had like I think what was it, superior or like I forgot the name. Like I think it's Superior Doctor Strange or something like that.
And what if they call them Heartless Doctor Strange?
Yeah, Heartless. And I know in the beginning with the dream, what was that Doctor Strange called? I forgot the title.
Defender Strange.
Yeah, Defender. Like you had different multiverse kind of.
They kept calling him a douchebag, but I didn't think he was a douchebag. He was just like kind of heartless.
Well, Defender Strange wasn't a villain. He what happened was is that he's like, okay, your powers, you can't control them. These creatures are with you, so I'm gonna just take your powers because I can't control them.
I didn't blame him for that. I mean, it did fucking suck to see like a little girl like dying multiple times in the film. You definitely like feel sympathy for her.
Yeah, so I mean, well, he had to take her powers. So, but then later, when the creature was gonna try to eat her, he did save her, right? So he used his last power to save her. So then she went back. She sucked him and her back into our or MCU 616 or whatever. So he was a good guy in the end. They're not always all bad guys.
Yeah.
So I mean, I think their whole thing was the Illuminati. Yeah, look, they're crappy, but they got killed, and it's like, well, too bad for you guys.
You think there'll be one in the MCU?
Like
I don't think we'll have Emily Blunt as Sue. I don't think that.
Emily Blunt as Sue? I don't even know who that is. Let's see.
That's his wife. What do you mean you don't know who Emily Blunt is?
I don't know.
What are you talking? That's crazy.
I don't fucking care about celebrities.
Have you been watching lots of movies lately?
No.
Well,
I know Emily Blunt, but I wouldn't know her to see her.
Are you crazy, Sean?
They all look the same to me, man. I don't know.
Oh,
what?
I'll admit, looks-wise, she looks like she'd be a perfect Sue.
Hey, can I say one thing about the movie, though?
Yeah, for sure.
Sure.
So, one thing I really appreciate about this film is that they got a director who is in that, genre of doing, his work, right? The horror genre.
Yep.
To the point to where it was like it didn't feel like an MCU film because it was more violent than the other ones we got. Like okay, sure, somebody can say, "Well, Falcon Winter Soldier was violent," but I'm like, dude, that wasn't really nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You mentioned
this
this
earlier.
earlier.
About violent, I'm talking about where like they're actually going at it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I want films like an MCU film to do that to the point where it doesn't feel like they're using the formula for all of their characters and stuff. Because I'm like, look, if they could do this,
right,
and we get like what Daredevil, which they already got, right, and you see that amount of blood, man, I'm telling you, they could do so many wonders, man.
Yeah, like,
so many.
I haven't seen it yet. Is Moon Knight not that violent? Because it made the trailer.
It's not very violent, to be honest.
Nothing happens.
There's no blood
terrible.
in it?
That's
no,
terrible.
no.
Moon Knight is
happens.
Dude, Moon Knight is one of the most violent fucking superheroes in the MCU.
Yeah, we know he has like different personalities and everything.
Nothing happens in that show.
Like,
It's unbelievable.
I feel like my problem with Moon Knight is like I agree with a lot of J-Man's point as well with like
Moon Knight's not in it. Yeah,
Moon Knight, like if you're gonna have if it's called Moon Knight, you should have the character mostly in the freaking show.
Yeah,
right. So you remember how in the Batman's in it a lot, and he's Batman all the time. Yeah, Moon Knight's not in it at all.
Are you
like Moon Knight is in 5 minutes of he's actually in 1 minute and 41 seconds of episode 1.
I thought you were going to say the entire series.
No. In episode 2, he's in it for like 2 minutes, and then 3, 4, and 5, he's not in it.
That's bad, man. You know what? I hope
worse
they
than
don't do
Iron
that
Man
to Daredevil, because if they do that with Daredevil, man, I'm gonna lose my shit.
Hey, J-Man, is that worse than Iron Man 3 for you?
Oh hell yeah! Moon Knight is that worse than Iron Man 3? Oh, of course.
Well, because I was because that was your biggest complaint is Iron Man was barely in it.
Yeah, but he was still in it.
Yeah.
But there's other guys that had suits too. No, nothing happens in Moon Knight.
I'm sorry, J-Man, but I love the scene where he just shoots all the suits out of his base or whatever.
Yeah, like
I
don't know. It's very weird. Like WandaVision what was a good Disney Plus show. Like I rewatched it. Like it's not as bad as I thought.
Yeah, people say it's boring. Like how?
Like it's very interesting. But when after that kicks off, you have these other Disney Plus like you have Falcon Winter Soldier, you have Loki, then you have Moon Knight and like
Hawkeye.
Hawkeye. I don't know. Like
okay.
I feel like after WandaVision, the other show started to go downgraded.
Yeah, they went down fast and hard.
Yeah, it was the only one that was good.
Like Hawkeye was like not.
Oh, and What If was trash too.
End, right?
What is it, man?
Hawkeye was okay till the end, where like Kingpin just shows up for no reason, and then what's it called? And then Hawkeye's stuck in a tree, doesn't even do anything. You're like, what's happening here? I like
he's a
what's
hawk.
her face.
Of course, he's in a tree.
No, he's got the eyes of a hawk. He's like Brave Star. Eyes of the hawk, speed of the... Oh, Sean.
You don't know what that is, man.
Yeah, well, anyways. No, but yeah, but Hawkeye, at least stuff happened, and I liked, I was going to say Katie Sackhoff. That's not her name. What's her name?
Sackhoff?
Kate
Bishop? What the hell
kind
of fucking last
Kate Bishop?
Kate Bishop?
Yeah. You don't know who Katie Sackhoff is? She's freaking...
No.
She's in Mandalorian.
My God,
he's in Riddick too.
I don't know. I mean, there's a few women in Mandalorian. Which one?
She was on the CW.
She's Bo-Katan in.
Oh, I don't know.
You didn't know that?
I'm not a. Well, I am a nerd, but I'm not a good.
Yeah, obviously, we're taking your license away, buddy.
Oh.
Yeah.
Turn it in at the next Comic-Con. Turn your license in at the next Comic-Con. No, but yeah, so like I mean, Loki is awful. Moon Knight is awful. Whatever, they're all awful. What If is awful. Falcon Winter Soldier is awful.
I liked What If enough. I mean, I didn't hate it. But
it's hilarious.
I hated the animation style. I thought it was totally...
Yeah, the animation style is ass. It's so ass.
I'm cultured in weird things. All right, thank you very much. I'm not cultured into modern things because I'm a fucking grandpa. But
it's just very weird that people like the animation. I agree was god awful, and people say, "Oh, I saw this one argument that the What If animation is better than all the DC animation."
I'm gonna say no to that.
For real.
That's a hard
lie. That is a straight up lie.
That's a super lie. Yeah, that's a lie.
Super lie. Is that the sequel to Super 8?
Well, dude, I get wins all the time. I'm gonna get a shirt that just says W. W equals or J man equals W infinity.
You should have like I know you have like one of those clips or something like that. I know they have like those win clips. So, like you have like I don't know something.
I'll give you one that Sean will like. Hold on.
Oh God.
I'll find one. I'll get one for Sean here that Sean would really.
Yeah, I know they have gifts.
Jay, what the hell was that noise? Are you good? Sound like you're
eating. I'm eating. Sorry about that.
You're good.
They don't have a GIF of this. I'll just have to.
Yeah, this is the one time I could somewhat agree with Marcus because Emily Blunt is John Krasinski's wife, so she could possibly be Sue Storm.
Is she an actor or an actress?
Oh my God!
Yeah. I don't care about celebrities. I couldn't care less about their lives.
She's in like 400 movies, man. She's bigger than he is.
I don't care. I don't like celebrities.
I would say
you're so uncultured.
I don't care. I don't like fucking celebrities. There you go. By the way, are you guys okay? Are you guys like cautiously optimistic at least about Kenobi?
No, it's awful.
Why? I'm excited.
Sean?
I think it's gonna break. I think it's gonna break Star Wars. Honestly, after this, I wouldn't.
This is why I full screened them.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't be surprised if Disney actually had Hayden Christensen voice over James Earl Jones and all Darth Vader appearances in Star Wars: Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi.
That'd be awful.
After this. This sounds like that's what they're gonna do. Because how is he playing Darth Vader? It doesn't make any sense. Like just saying that doesn't make any sense. So yeah, I think this show is gonna break Star Wars. Anyone who's a fan of Star Wars from the old days are gonna reassess finally if they want to go through this like again.
Oh, and also they have that. They also have that 6-episode bullshit again.
I don't care about 6. The 6 episodes is fine.
Oh my God! Like they have to stop with this. Like you have it with the Disney Plus shows. Now they're doing it with Star Wars. Is stop doing this.
That. I don't think 6 episodes is automatically going to make a show bad or anything. I mean,
but Disney Plus might automatically make it bad. No, I'm just saying, it might be good. Look, we're gonna check.
Yeah, it might be good, but like with a lot of that Disney Plus shows, some of them you can have it 6 episodes. It depends on the story, but some of them you need it to be longer.
Yeah. There's another one that is very cautiously optimistic for me. It's Jurassic World Dominion. I'm hoping it's good, but the last one was terrible, so I don't know.
Hey man,
looks good so far.
Did you hear about the She-Hulk series?
Well, I don't know. I'm gonna watch it.
They were saying that it was going through creative differences. That's what I was wondering if you heard about.
What series?
Yeah, I know. That's what I was telling you.
I'm feeling just fine. Everything's fine.
What series?
Did you you saw the new trailer?
Can you hear us or no? What show are you talking about?
She-Hulk.
Oh, She-Hulk. Oh God. Yeah. That's gonna be bad. I can tell.
I thought you were talking to Jo because he was the one who's mentioning it.
I mean, I love She-Hulk, but it's.
I mean, the donut stick. That's why. I'm eating the donut stick.
She is going to be like an attorney, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank God.
So they should do an episode where she's the prosecutor and Daredevil's the defense attorney.
That would actually
that would really be cool.
That would be great.
What would Hulk's role be in She-Hulk because he's in?
Hell, I don't even fucking know Arkham.
Hold on. I've got to wait. Hold on. I think. Wait, I saw something online.
Oh, I don't care who wins. If freaking She-Hulk.
Yeah, this is a clip of Hulk in. This is a clip of Incredible Hulk in She-Hulk.
Oh God.
Right? Because Incredible Hulk sucks now. That's what his role is.
They're technically.
Hi, I'm Incredible Hulk. I used to be a fantastic character, which was a bit scary and a bit overwhelming and very exciting. Now I drink tea and have glasses. It's like, okay.
And he also works at a restaurant.
And I work at a restaurant.
And then they're bringing Abomination.
This was the idea by one of the first 5 characters. Sean, you can correct me. One of the first 5 characters that Marvel created on their own, Stan Lee, Jack, and all that. In the top 5 characters that they create on their own, he now works at a restaurant. This is what we've done with Incredible Hulk, who's one of the longest surviving, most popular, most well-known, most renowned TV show, 6 or 7 season television series that won awards, that got nominated for stuff. It's
which I got on DVD.
Which you got nice. It's like movies.
What the hell, Josh?
Like all of this stuff, and it's like now he works at a taco restaurant.
I wish Edward Norton stayed. I really
read Josh's comment.
Right? I wish Norton stayed too, man.
Yeah, Norton was great. He knew what to do with the fucking character.
Hulk is going to get on his knees and call She-Hulk.
I swear, Norton was the one that was like fighting for the best scenes that didn't go in the movie.
And like my friend is like, he loves Hulk, like it's his favorite character. And like after seeing how they done Hulk, he's pissed.
Right. So again, you can't trust. Again, this is why people do have a distrust of Disney and Kevin Feige. It's like there's a lot of garbage, but we're gonna end it off now. There's a lot of garbage out there, but we can't say it's all garbage just to say it's garbage. That's the point. Yeah. We have to watch each thing with an open mind. I'm going to watch She-Hulk. Look, I'm excited. It's She-Hulk. Right. I want to watch it. I want to like it. If I like it, I'll say it's good. I really want to like Moon Knight.
Yeah.
Because I like Oscar Isaac. Moon Knight is a visually amazing character. I like him from West Coast Avengers. I never really liked his own series, but as I watched it, it was just like not good. It was like okay. Boring. And I'm like, this is bad.
This is the introduction to the character to like 99% of people. So this is a huge deal.
It's a huge deal. And it was bad. All right, guys, we're going to have to end it off there. Okay, because it's a Sunday. Normally I do. I'm going back. I will go back to Saturdays next week. I just wanted to do something. I wanted to do it quickly today for Doctor Strange because a lot of people.
Yeah, I thought you were doing this a few days in advance. I thought you were doing this in a few days.
Well, people didn't get a chance to see it. I couldn't do it Saturday because actually we were doing something else. So I couldn't do it Saturday. So I thought, well, let me just do it Sunday. That gives people enough time to watch.
Where are you doing your comic books reviews?
My comic. Sean and we're gonna try to be doing next Thursday for comics again. But that's that. We're only doing 90s comics on that right now. So, but yeah, I've got to watch wrestling because Steve and I are doing our wrestling thing on Wednesday, on Tuesday. So I got to.
Yeah, the comic book thing, very good. Like
before you go,
thank you. Yeah,
I really, really, really want to know what you think of the X-Men 90s theme, showing up.
That's my. I have a different alarm for every day, and Wednesday's the X-Men alarm.
That's great
because it's X-Men Day. It's comic book day on Wednesday, so that's when. I buy my comics all on Tuesdays. But,
and the yellow chair was great.
Oh, that was all. That was cool. I mean, come on, that was kind of cool. So, all right, people, thank you for coming on.
All right,
take it easy.
See ya.
Hey, friends, you've just been listening to J-Man, and he is the smartest person who ever lived. So make sure you like and subscribe.